Hello, good morning. Welcome to the news at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM. It's 103.9 FM in Accra, in Kumasi on Love 99.5, and in all 16 regions of Ghana via partner stations. Also live on myjoyonline.com, X Spaces, and YouTube. Coming up, police arrest suspect linked to University of Cape Coast student's death. He's believed to have been among the last people to see her before she went missing. We have more as the university assures safety on campus.
And to urge every parent out there, our stakeholders, that UCC campus is safe.
Also this morning, government defense procurement processes used under the Big Push initiative, saying figures do not substantiate the state's allegations that the ministry had turned into a sole source factory.
Less than half, exactly 47.14% out of the 140 were awarded through the single sourcing.
Meanwhile, government confirms processes to replace former Chief Justice Sophia Akoto on the Council of State following her resignation 9 months ago.
The law is clear on what processes to undertake to replace her, and that is going on as we speak. So in due course, a replacement will be announced.
In business,
some oil marketing companies set to drop prices of petrol to 13 cedis 39 pesos as they commence adjustments at the pumps. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
We have these and more with me, Mami Sinyamiche Thompson. Do stay for details. Now, the Ghana Police Service has arrested a 39-year-old man in connection with the death of a University of Cape Coast student, Innocentia Avenue. Michael Mensah was arrested on Sunday, June 15, at about 7:15 p.m. at the Pedro Lorry Station in Cape Coast by the IGP's team following intelligence-led operations. Preliminary investigations indicate that the suspect, who claims to be a teacher, is also a driver. Allegedly, he picked up the level 200 student from Ayensu Plaza within the UCC Hostel Enclave on June 11 at about 6:48 p.m. Police say investigations are ongoing and have assured the public that further updates will be provided. Meanwhile, the Director of Public Affairs at the University of Cape Coast, Dr. Kwabna Entry Konedu, is assuring parents and students that campus is safe.
We have our own security setup. We have district police on campus. We are collaborating with Ghana Police Service, including even the IGP recently giving us some facilities to deal with security issues. So campus is secured in terms of the ordinary security that we talk about. The campus is restricted. This is not because of the incident, but like all other campuses, there's a quasi restriction on movement, and that is ongoing. So I want to use this opportunity and to urge every parent out there, our stakeholders, that UCC campus is safe.
Well, away from UCC, government has defended the award of contracts under the Ministry of Roads and Highways Big Push Infrastructure Program, dismissing claims that the procurement laws were breached through the overuse of sole source contracting. Addressing the Government Accountability Series on Monday, Government Communications Minister Felix Kwakye said a probe commissioned by the President and conducted by Senior Presidential Advisor Valerie Sawyer found that 66 out of 140 projects under the program were awarded through sole sourcing, accounting for 47.14% of all contracts. He stressed that the figures do not substantiate allegations by the state that the ministry had turned into a sole source factory.
1,301 out of 1,441 contracts, representing 90.28% of road contracts under this government, were awarded through the open competitive tendering process. Only 4.58% of the total 1,441 road contracts awarded by the Ministry of Roads and Highways in 2025 and 2026 were awarded through the single sourcing process. Under the Big Push initiative, which is only one component of the total work being done by the Ministry of Roads and Highways, less than half, exactly 47.14% out of the 140 were awarded through the single sourcing.
Well, Felix Kwakye also says processes are already underway to replace former Chief Justice Sophia Akoto, who resigned from her role as a member of the Council of State last September. Government spokesperson said Miss Ikoffo did not provide specific reasons for her decision to step down from the council.
So they asked the president to hold on with the acceptance, but they got back and said that they had engaged, and as far as they were concerned, the resignation could be accepted. So the president has formally accepted her resignation, and she's no longer a member of the Council of State. The law is clear on what processes to undertake to replace her, and that is going on as we speak. So in due course, a replacement will be announced.
The parents of 24 WASI candidates accused of stealing rice and other food items from a campus vendor have agreed to pay 5,200 Ghana cedis to settle the matter out of a police station. The students from Ganata Senior High School were detained by the Dodowa police on a Friday, 12 June, and released on Saturday after their parents raised 8,000 cedis and signed a bond of 50,000 Ghana cedis. More in this report.
The WASI is the defining moment of every student, a test of years of preparation and a gateway to the future. But for about 24 students of Ganata Senior High School, that future briefly came under threat after they were detained by the Dodowa police over allegations of thefts. According to Representative Joseph Ankama, the students were detained by the Dodowa Police Command on Friday, June 12, and released on Saturday after parents reportedly raised 8,000 Ghana cedis and signed a 50,000 Ghana cedis bail bond.
Now, enrollment at Poleado DA Basic School in the Tatale Sanguli district has almost doubled after a new 6-unit classroom block replaced the dilapidated math structure where pupils once learned. The transformation followed a Joy News report that drew attention to the school's poor learning conditions. Emmanuel Jivanu has more in episode 3 of Crumbling Start Season 2.
Every morning, pupils of Walado DA Basic School in the Tatale Sangole district gather for assembly in front of their new classroom block.
Great. Good morning, teachers. Good morning, friends. We are the best champions.
Moments later, they file into classrooms that have transformed their learning experience. Spacious rooms with adequate desks.
The old place actually, it was too bad because if you see the pavilion there, it was not flawed. It was too bad for we the teachers and the students.
For nearly a decade, head teacher Samson Manchin watched children learn in these conditions. Today, he says the most visible change is not only the new classroom block.
It has really helped because the enrollment has improved. Because at first we were having about 137 children, but now that we move into the new building, we have about 268 children.
Now, you stay with him, you listen to him, and you share a lot with him. But when asked to disclose the favorite things of your father, can you tell it all? We've been asking some of you this blunt question. Listen.
So I know my dad as a very strong person because being the only person to shoulder the responsibilities of everybody in the family, it's one great job because even being a common class prefect in the classroom, we see it as a big responsibility. How much more he being the father.
My dad, he be on keyboard girl. He be cool pass. Yeah, nyame all that.
Okay, he's a very patient somebody, a reserved person. So you don't really get to know a lot about him, but he's really patient and reserved.
So what would your father prefer, a restaurant or a choba?
For my dad, more of a kenke joint too.
My dad is the kind of person that I always like eating in the house.
Well, let's give you the opportunity to bond with your father on Father's Day just a week today at the Joy Safari Escape. And that will be all for this bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. I am Amiesi Nyamete Thompson. Up next is business on the Super Morning Show. Do stay.
Oh, jump on now. Go, the go. Go me. Now what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel wear.
This has become the daily routine of Safia Osman. Every day she sprays her home in a desperate attempt to keep away swarms of houseflies that have invaded her compound. This is because an illegal waste dump is situated just behind her house.
Debia me thought 2 days be me thought back 45 cedis. Me the spray fear.
Every 2 days, I buy an insecticide spray worth 45 cedis to spray my house because of the house flies. If I don't do this, it could possibly cause illness for my children.
For Safia, the waste dump located along the banks of the J River at American Farm, a suburb of Kasua Amamfrom, has turned life into a daily struggle.
At night and in the morning, my room is always filled with bad odor coming from the dumping site, making life very unbearable. Mosquitoes have also inundated our homes.
Just a few minutes' walk from Safia's home is the residence of Ajua Kone. Her room is gradually sinking as mountain heaps of waste continue to worsen, flooding in the area. She now fears for her safety whenever the rains begin.
We asked, but they would not tell us who permitted the dumping of waste here. Now all kinds of creatures have invaded our homes. After the last downpour, my room started sinking and visible cracks appeared. Now we fear for our lives.
The impact of the dumping site is taking a heavy toll on residents. Ajua says frequent visits to the hospital have become part of life as many battle health challenges linked to the situation.
My child fell sick and I had to take her to the hospital. As I speak with you now, I'm also not feeling well.
The effects are also being felt in the education sector. Head mistress of Westgate International School, Helen Ankra, says the school is gradually losing students as worried parents continue to withdraw their wards.
But it is not conducive for learning. It is not. And so parents are withdrawing their wards. Your school is collapsing. Yes, it's collapsing. And I wonder how they see an institution here. And they decided to do these things behind the institution. Institutions that is training children, our future leaders. And they did this here. I don't know. I don't understand. And if you try to, come out, they threaten you.
The unauthorized dumping site, established late last year, has intensified flooding in the community. During the last major downpour, a life was lost as floodwaters swept through parts of the area. Even more alarming, residents say every rainfall washes large quantities of highly contaminated waste into the river. Assembly member for the Amamfrom electoral area, Joseph Kobna Fiamo, describes the situation as deeply worrying.
A very big challenge because when the referee dams have been stopping the water flow, so it's making it difficult for that to flow, and it's closer to the Densu too, so it's becoming very, very big challenge to us in the whole community because when it happened to us, that's the river that the process to become a pipe-borne water for us to drink. So it's a very big challenge.
He further reveals that the assembly has placed a ban on waste disposal at the site.
We stopped them 3 days today. So my unit committee members are monitoring the place. So currently they wanted to be a route. They were beating the Aboboya trucks. And I said we shouldn't use this thing, route and facing distance. So I stopped them that they should stop. And then we should make sure that we take law to stop them. So they stopped. That's the situation. That's why they are covering the place with the sun.
But for Safia Osman, who gave birth just 3 months ago, and many others living near the dump, assurances alone are not enough. They say immediate action is needed to eliminate the growing environmental and health threats before the situation spirals further out of control. For Joy News, Fatao Bayaga, American Farm, Gas South Municipality.
This Father's Day, give Dad more than just a gift. Give him an unforgettable experience. Join the Joy Brands for the Joy Safari Escape, the ultimate weekend getaway created to celebrate fathers and father figures on 20th and 21st of June. Enjoy a premium escape filled with relaxation, adventure, music, great food, and quality family time. Your experience includes breakfast courtesy from Safari Homes, complimentary bus service to and from Aqua Safari because we care about your comfort, luxury night stay at Aqua Safari, scenic river tours and boat cruises, fish and tortoise feeding experience, underwater cave viewing, eco park adventure with amazing wildlife encounters, buffet
9.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news was brought to us by Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. And Total Energies, Total, we go the extra mile for you, which means we can now bring you the Joy Business Report brought to us by Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Akbafu.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm great. Safari escape on my mind this morning.
Yes. Charlie, you see, I have said something that everybody take advantage of your fathers and father figures. Take them on the Safari escape.
Yeah.
You know, they start with breakfast at Safari Homes. They would love it. And then we'll go to Aqua Safari and all the games, crowning it with a jam on the island.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yes, So I say this because I know that many of us would say, oh, maybe next year, Charlie, you are not God. Okay. I say that because if my father were alive today, I would take him. But also I'm saying this because of what I feel today. That it's Father's Day. My father isn't alive. And I'm remembering all the plans we had and all the things we talked about.
And all the times you could have spent with him.
And I said, oh, we'll do it this time, we'll do it that time.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be in my shoes. Take advantage. 6,000. Double. You and your father. Go and have fun. I know some of the fathers say they want to go alone.
No. Let's make it a family thing.
Well, some fathers say they want to go alone.
Otherwise, actually pay for their husbands so the whole family can go.
Oh, look, if I were the wives, if you are a woman and your husband has not been taking you out,
show him the way.
Show him the way. No, buy the ticket. He will go.
And make him pay somehow along the way.
No, please don't buy a ticket and allow the man to pay. You should pay.
Yeah.
So it is, call or WhatsApp this number, 053 100 3813. You have the island party experience, the boat cruise, swimming, archery, board games, lawn tennis, and animal feeding, and many more.
Nice.
The boat cruising is not easy.
You've been on it before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You should try it. It's fun.
I should.
It's fun. I mean, it's fun when you're on the boat and and then you are enjoying the all the team, all the songs, great songs. You'll be transported to the island. You're brought back. It's all a party moment too.
Forget about Father's Day. It's a nice time away from all the stress.
But I'm saying that the women who have been complaining that you don't take me anywhere, this is the chance to take your husband somewhere. And when you are done, of course, we know that he will pay. But you pay for him and find a way of getting the money back. And women are very good managers of money.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the time. So they'll find a way of collecting their money. Oh, yeah. Women, if they say they'll take their money, they'll take it. Okay. Yeah. So let's surprise the men in our lives. Let's surprise the fathers. Don't say that, Mother's Day was just one day, so Father's Day should be one day. No. Fathers want to party.
A weekend away.
And because fathers are father figures, I have a friend who says he's a father figure. Because fathers are father figures, it's important we do it 2 days.
Okay.
Saturday and we'll come back on Sunday.
Nice.
So please, Aqua Safari, 4,000 single, 6,000 double, 10,000 for a family.
Good deal.
Indeed, it's a good deal. It's a good deal. Okay, it's a great deal, and so we have to be there. But this morning, Darrell, the John Mahama government launched the Feed Ghana initiative as a way of improving, agriculture and everything. Well, this morning we're going to be joined by the national coordinator of the Feed Ghana initiative. I mean, it aims to ensure food security, boost local production, and reduce reliance on food imports. Okay. How are they doing that? How are they boosting local production? How are they ensuring that there is enough food for us, but most importantly, food produced in Ghana? Because that is very, very important. But Aro, yesterday we started a conversation about the Amanfro area, the American farm area, where people were dumping waste indiscriminately, leading to, some public health scare. We're going to be continuing this morning. And already Nana on the Spinters Road says, good morning, Winston. The Aboboya rubbish collectors have added to our choking and flooding woes. They're dumping indiscriminately. And we're going to be getting into this here on the Super Morning Show, okay? The most important thing is how to deal with it. All of these coming up. Who gets the trumpet this morning?
Well, just to remind everybody that the World Cup is on Joy Prime, so always try tune in and catch all the games. Interestingly, today is going to be France and Senegal.
Oh, France and Senegal.
We are talking to you about 2022, right?
No, 2002.
2002.
Yes, 2002. Senegal beat France by a goal to 0.
Hope they repeat that this evening.
Actually, the French squad is not easy.
Yeah.
But the squad doesn't matter. What you do on the pitch.
Well, we are building up. The Black Stars are going to be playing technically. Okay, it's Wednesday, right?
Yeah,
tomorrow
Wednesday.
at 11 p.m. But we are going to be rejoicing with those who are doing well right now. And I think we should shout out Cape Verde. They are doing good.
Cape Verde, Charlie.
Pento says, is it Cabo Verde?
Cabo Verde.
Yeah.
Cabo Verde. Okay, so to Cabo Verde.
Trumpets. Good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, some oil marketing companies set to drop prices of petrol to as low as 13 cedis 39 pesos as they commence adjustments at the pumps today. Also, Ghana and Ivory Coast reach fresh agreement aimed at protecting cocoa farmers in their respective countries from global price volatilities. Details coming up. My name is Daryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidi on KTU Radio. Oil marketing companies are set to drop the price of petrol by a significant margin today. Here's more in the following report.
There are strong indications that some of the major oil firms like Gore and Star will cut their prices from the current level of 15 cedis 20 pesos per litre to 13 cedis 39 pesos. This is in line with the price floor set by the National Petroleum Authority for this week. This is because these two firms have been used to working with the price floor set up by the industry regulator due to the current market competition. However, our checks before this morning showed they are still not sure about the expected price quote for the price of diesel. But currently, the price floor for diesel is set at 15 cedis 11 pesos. The oil marketing firms are moving to review prices at the pumps this week in line with current development in the international market, which has seen price of crude and finished petroleum product drop by more than 10%.
So this morning we are learning that market leader Goel has announced a reduction in the price of petroleum products. It has dropped the price of petrol to 13 cedis 87 pesos, diesel going for 15 cedis 95 pesos. But not all oil marketing companies will reduce prices today. Here's Dr. Winston, Chief Executive of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies.
We're already in a price war, so everybody wants to sell at a price that will attract consumers. So obviously so, but it will not be instant because of the windows which we work with. The same way when prices were going up, we didn't go up that same window. We are going down at a pace where the international benchmark prices will tell us to do so. And let me say this, whatever you're going to, it's not because of the announcement we are having today. Crude oil prices were already coming down, you understand? And it will go down more. So that in the next 2 weeks, when we come back having this conversation, it will be even further down if things go well.
You had Dr. Winston, Chief Executive of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies. So the new Middle East peace deal and declining crude oil prices could affect Ghana's economy positively in terms of inflation slowing down and easing of the policy rate. Here's more in the following Business Desk report.
The peace deal, which will be signed later this week, has already resulted in some significant drop in prices of crude and that of finished petroleum product. This has resulted in fuel prices going down here in Ghana at the pumps. Now, that could help in reducing the cost of living, which, if we should stretch it, could see inflation rate reduce further and maybe end the year within that single-digit band. The development may now force the Bank of Ghana to review their stance and start cutting the policy rate, which could also help in reducing the cost of credit in the country. For government, it could help it make some savings when it comes to reducing its import bill, especially in the area of financing that of crude oil. We should also not forget about the impact of this on the country's international reserves and even the stability of the Ghana cedi going forward.
In other news, Ghana and Ivory Coast have reached a fresh agreement aimed at protecting cocoa farmers in their respective countries from global volatilities. Now, Ghana's Finance Minister, Dr. Kansel Atuforsen, has been speaking to journalists at the 7th Steering Committee meeting of the Côte d'Ivoire Ghana Cocoa Initiative in Abidjan, Ivory Coast.
We've just concluded a very impressive meeting looking into the future of the cocoa industry. This meeting was made possible. Where we are heading towards will mean that the cocoa industry will be better protected and the cocoa farmer will be the one to benefit. The details of the meeting will be forwarded to our heads of state. We are expecting President Mahama here to visit his senior brother, President Alassane Ouattara. And during that deliberation, further discussion will be held and the decisions as we have taken here will be made public. It was very fruitful and we've come to some common positions that will protect the cocoa farmer for both La Côte d'Ivoire and that of Ghana. And those decisions will be emitted by our bosses tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Chief Executive of the Ghana Cocoa Board, Dr. Randy Abe, is advocating deeper trust, transparency and commitment between Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire in the production and sale of cocoa beans. He is of the view the two countries can strengthen cooperation and secure greater value for cocoa on the international market. Here's more.
Addressing stakeholders at a meeting of the Côte d'Ivoire Ghana Cocoa Initiative in Abidjan, Dr. Abe stressed that sustained collaboration between the world's two largest cocoa producing countries remains critical to improving farmer incomes, enhancing market influence, and promoting the long-term sustainability of the cocoa sector. According to him, while both countries have made significant strides in advancing their shared interests through the initiative, the success of future efforts will depend largely on the ability of Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire to deepen mutual confidence and maintain a common strategic direction on key industry issues, particularly cocoa pricing. Dr. Abe noted that as countries responsible for producing more than 60% of the world's cocoa, Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire possess considerable leverage within the global cocoa value chain. He therefore urged both nations to move beyond dialogue and demonstrate an unwavering commitment to coordinated action that protects the interest of cocoa farmers.
Away from cocoa, indigenous beverage company Casapeco says the decision to go public is part of efforts to open the family-owned business to more investors. The firm yesterday managed to list on the Ghana Stock Exchange after raising more than 1 billion cedis through its public offering. Richard Ejay is managing director of the company, spoke to Joy Business.
For us, listing or bringing in equity is more or less like marriage. If you are not able to bring in the right partner, you divorce very soon. So it took us about 3 years to learn, and I believe that now we are ready and we found the right partners to work with in the equity space. Today we are opening up to the investing public of Ghana. So any Ghanaian that is interested in investing in Casapeco now can do so on the Ghana Stock Exchange. So we are inviting a lot more Ghanaians to be part of us and to be part of our journey going forward. Many of the consumers have supported this business to where it is today. And today we are opening our doors for those consumers and those supporters to join us in the shareholding structure.
You're listening to the Joy Business Report. Now, the CSIR Food Research Institute has urged small and medium enterprises to take advantage of its processing initiatives to produce and expand their business. Speaking as part of the Joy Business Agribusiness Month, Director of the Institute, Professor Charles Toto, said there are innovations that can be used by small businesses to process canned foods.
Then you talk about fish and meat products. Now we can also save the catfish into cans, into sauces, various catfish. We have done that. Tilapia. Normally you go to the joints and you just have it smoked, grilled, and it's for you. Now we are putting them in cans, stored for the lean seasons. stored for every other use that you want to have catfish. Yes, into your food,
you do that?
into your stew,
How
and
do you
that
do
is
that?
the technology. That is our area. And that is what we are talking about today. That we have the institute and we have the technology in all these areas. So we have established our facility within our premises on a pilot plant that we do this for commercial services. So we encourage people who are interested in adding value to the catfish, not only the grilled or the smoke, but then adding other values, shelf life, canning it and saving it for the lean season, or even working on it, register it, and exporting it.
Meantime, Ghana spends billions of cedis every year importing food, even though many of the products can be produced locally. This morning, we are turning attention to government's flagship Feed Ghana program, and my colleague Pius Kojo has a look ahead to this morning's discussion on the Super Morning Show.
The rising cost of food remains a concern for many Ghanaian households. From rice and tomatoes to maize and vegetables, consumers continue to grapple with high food prices, while Ghana continues to spend billions of cedis annually importing food that can be produced locally. Over the past 2 weeks, the Super Morning Show and Joy Business have engaged researchers, farmers, agripreneurs, and industry leaders as part of Agribusiness Month 2026, examining the opportunities and challenges confronting Ghana's agricultural sector. The conversation now turns to government's flagship Feed Ghana program. The initiative is expected to increase food production, improve productivity, create jobs, strengthen agricultural value chains, and reduce the country's dependence on food imports. But can the program help Ghana feed itself? The question will be at the center of this morning's discussion on the Joy Super Morning Show, featuring the national coordinator of the Feed Ghana program, Bright Kojo, under the theme, Can Ghana Feed Ghana? The discussion will explore the program's objectives, implementation strategies, and what it means for farmers, consumers, and Ghana's food sovereignty agenda. The interview airs live on Joy FM at 9 a.m. and will be replayed on the AM show on Joy News at 9:30 the following day.
Make time to follow the discussion this morning here on the Super Morning Show. Before we go, let's check the markets for you. This morning, crude oil selling at $82 a barrel. Gold went up marginally. It's going for $4,317 an ounce. Cocoa went up by more than $100. Is selling this morning at $3,972 a ton. On the currency market, the dollar going for 11 cedis 60 pesos. That's what major commercial banks are offering their clients. The euro 13 cedis 46 pesos. The British pound 15 cedis 58 pesos. The forex bureau is quoting the dollar at 12 cedis 30 pesos. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for listening. The Super Morning Show continues with Winston and the team.
Yeah, thank you very much, Darryl, for joining us with the latest in the world of business. And I see loads of messages.
Yes.
We're going to be sharing all of them, which means we can bring you our inspirational song for today. Jojo chose this one, Jesus, by Akoto and Yaosiki. You know Yaosiki?
Yes, I've heard about his
Oh,
story.
but you don't know Yaosiki?
Not on a personal note, but I've heard of
But
him.
you know his song?
How many of his songs do I know?
Wo Pedodo. You know that song?
Oh, he sang that one.
Yeah, Spoiling Bed Sheets.
Oh, I'm confusing him with some other person.
Oh, you don't know. When he was in the world, he sang that.
So I know that there was a Yaosiki who was in the world.
Yeah,
who is now a
it's
gospel
the same.
musician. Okay. Why are you reminding me?
You know, and I like that phrase, in the world. When he
But
was
he's still in the world, isn't he? All right.
As if he's gone somewhere.
Nice play on words. Yeah.
So Akoto and Yaosiki. Let's enjoy this one.
Jesus, oh yeah, some Jesus, make her Adam for Jesus, my God, Jesus, Jesus,
I am not sure Jojo was trying to. This is the song that Jojo wanted us to have as our inspirational song. But hey, Jojo, we'll take it like that. Akoto Boateng.
What has Jojo done again?
Because this is like a worship song. It's not a bad one.
It's still inspirational. It's talking about Jesus. Matthew 11:29.
Says
Take
what?
my yoke upon me and learn from me.
Okay.
It's inspirational. I remember speaking at a church youth event on branding. They said I should come and speak on branding, and they threw me in there. And so I just used Jesus as the example. That brands must communicate. Brands must actually cut the attention of the people they are communicating to. And Jesus did that perfectly. And brands must actually also serve the purpose for which they are set up. So Jesus is your inspiration. Go out there and shine in every corner you find yourself this morning. Be inspired by his example of leadership, resourcefulness, hope, and humility. Jojo.
Okay, let's.
How are you?
Oh, God is still taking care of us. Yes, it is well.
That road to your home, it needs salvation.
Well. We'll talk about it.
I
The road
happened to
from
drive there yesterday to deliver mangoes to someone, and I regretted it. Crazy. Anyway, let's bring you the Drive Safe campaign. Is brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, and supported by Toyota Superior Quality, Imperial General Assurance, Solid Protection. Avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. Be visible, drive with your lights on. That's how to ensure your safe arrival. So yesterday I spoke about the Kaswa Road and the road, the Achimota Road. I read Jackie's post on Facebook, and I read Reginald Sechi Brown's post on the Kaswa Road. Now, last night I was monitoring people's reactions to traffic. Ernestina Ajo Dika wrote that set Pram to Tema, a 30 minutes journey. And I began this journey before 9 p.m. but my ETA is 11:30 p.m. Pram to Tema, and I'm still yet to get to Dawenya. Bad road, broken down vehicles, and the chief of them all, drivers indiscipline, is what's causing this traffic. My brepa. And then Yehoah Adumbaden wrote, if we can carry our homes and relocate Nanka this evening, no, I'm carrying mine to Ayawaso West. 5:30 p.m. from Pon, and we have still not gotten to Community 25. 5:30 p.m. from Pon. And as at the time she wrote, when I saw this, it was about 9 p.m. and they had not gotten to Community 25. Then Reginald Sechi Brown sends this message. At 9:39 p.m., he says, Chief, it appears Joy may need to some road traffic reporters on the Dawenya Road. Imagine leaving the office at 5:55 p.m. and he sent me his location. As of 9:45, this is my location. He had also not gotten to Tema Community 25. I thought the Kaswa traffic was crazy. The Dawenya situation is simply not right. And then he sends a photo of people refilling 1 gallons into their cars because they had been in the traffic car and run out of fuel. Not just one car, not just two, 3 photos of vehicles that have stayed in that Dawenya traffic, ran out of fuel. They went to buy 1 gallon to refill their cars.
Sad.
Now, where is the Ministry of Roads and Transport and the local assembly in this? The Dawenya traffic has just been a pain in the of a lot of people. And where is the aggressive Sam George? It's his constituency, so it's his constituents. And they are struggling every day to leave home to do some work and also go back home. MP, what are you doing for your constituents?
You know, this message says yesterday, the grind begins on the Kaswa Accra Road.
Yes.
Yesterday we did 5 hours.
Look at that.
It looks like we'll do 3.5 hours.
So it is drive safe, and people can only be safe on the roads when they don't have to sit for 6 hours. Do you know what it does to your back, So when we talk about drive safe, sometimes we are thinking about crashes and all that. But there are a lot of physiological issues we encounter when you drive on those bad roads and stay in our cars for a very long time. Ministry of Roads, do better. George, for the Doina people to do better. Don't say you are the MP, you don't construct roads. You advocate for your people, do better.
My brother Samuel Mensah says, bro, I'm also in the Dowenya traffic. Good morning. Too bad. Let's get into our fuel tip for today.
Yes, now 40 sockets, exposed wires, and sparking plugs have no place near fuel or gas operations. Electrical defects should be corrected immediately before they trigger a fire. Don't ignore the warning signs. Comac encourages early action. This is a message from Comac.
Great, so let's learn how to say it right. And it's brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you. So Moses Potaki sent this one. It says, how do you pronounce this word, Kojo? REPRESENTATIVE.
Charlie, teacher, say it. Take us away.
Representative.
Representative. So Sam George is the representative of the people of Ningo Pram. And so he should advocate for diversions to be constructed so that the people don't have to stay in traffic for 5 hours.
Yes, so you don't say representative. Okay. Representative.
Not tative.
Mm-hmm. Because you see, the stress is only on the Zen, representative. Then the rest representative.
Okay.
So the stress is on the Zen. Okay.
Can you also say that a lot of workers who seem tired and out of place are showing signs of the representative traffic?
You haven't said anything. Thank you.
Thank you for that.
So that's Moses Potaki sending that message. Right and Say It Right was brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
And still, the Kingdom Books yard sales is ongoing. It's happening at Osu, the Kingdom Books office. It's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. So go and buy everything you need for your homes, your offices, your schools, even your hospitals, any establishment. If you need furniture, if you need books, if you need office supplies, whatever it is, Kingdom has them in stock for you. You get up to 70% discount on the quality products on display at the Kingdom Books office at Osu. If you want more information, call 0244-311-955.
Before I tell you about SG, this one says, right now, Teman to Oak Villa, bad road. Pantan Village to Oak Villa, bad road. Kwabenya to Oak Villa, bad road. Pantan to Abukubi, same. My shocks all bad. And this is my area, around the Teman area. The road is in such a deplorable state.
Have you realized that I have a brand new car?
I don't know.
Because the roads have broken down my car, so I've had to borrow somebody's car.
Well, we're laughing, but that's a sad situation. This one says, there are 3 roads of national critical emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Critical roads of stress.
Yeah.
Kaswa to Accra.
Mm-hmm.
Dowenya Tema Accra.
Mm-hmm.
Ashaiman Roundabout, Afienya Kosombo Road.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, even though my
please, let's make it 4. The Accra Kumasi Road too.
Even though my
Central
farm is
Spine.
on that stretch, I never use, Ashaiman Afienya.
Yeah.
I'll go through the mountains.
Yes.
And there you go.
But Saturday morning, traffic and funerals will catch you on the mountain. That's also a pain point, you know?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. From growing businesses to completing that building project and supporting education or family, many Ghanaians are already doing mega things with the mega loans from SG Ghana. It's now your turn. With even lower, more competitive rates, achieving your dream is now possible with SG Ghana's mega loans promo. Salaried workers of SG Ghana listed companies, pensioners, eligible customers can access support for personal needs, family commitments, home projects, and more. There's still time from now till July 2026 to apply and enjoy big loans at small rates, yes, very low rates, and a fast, hassle-free process that helps you to get moving sooner. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you or call 0302-214-314 for more details about the SG Ghana Mega Loans promo today. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana, the future It's you. Let's get into the newspapers. The newspaper review brought to us by Simtex Tank Hair, Strong Hair Tough, Kelchaco Toothpaste, Happy Smile, and Star Oil, quality and affordable fuel for all.
Okay, so if you check the Daily Guide this morning, the Daily Guide, EC Deputy Chair Asari Bosman resigns. Samra Boy illegal mining. Court throws out Apia Kubi. Wontumi hires Atachia. And GLOA, the Ghana Lotto Operators Association, confirms KGL's market dominance. And over 90% of road projects awarded competitively. This according to the government. And court rejects OSP's plea to halt no power to prosecute ruling.
The Daily Graphic says no wrongdoing in big push contracts. Report in big push contracts as a report. President orders tougher single sourcing rules. 2 EC deputies leave. Former CJ exits Council of State. Government clarifies presidency staff numbers. We'll get into all of these. And Boku SHS students go on rampage over crackdown on exam malpractice. Back page says Panama star Karaskila could miss Ghana clash. Okay, Pate is not playing. Maybe he could also miss. Let's see how it goes.
If we go to the business analyst this morning, Kasapreko's GSC listing reflects growing confidence in Ghana's economy. This is the NPRA CEO, that is the National Pensions Regulatory Authority. And he also told that pension assets hit 120 billion Ghana cedis as NPRA pushes private sector investments. Now, Cocoa Board CEO urges greater unity in Ghana-Cote d'Ivoire Cocoa Alliance, and Ghana-Cote d'Ivoire urge to align cocoa pricing regime. And Deputy EC Chair Bosman Asari resigns.
The overseer for this morning says Finance Minister calls for stronger Ghana-Ivorian cocoa partnership. Betty Crosby resigns as NARWP coordinator to contest NDC National Women's Organizer. Roads Ministry followed procurement rules under big push. That's government. Adamu CEO Angela List elected first vice president of Ghana Chamber of Mines. Presidency donates over 6.1 million to Ghana Medical Trust Fund to support critical health care. And President accepts resignation of Justice Sophia Kufu as Council of State member.
Now, the Economic Times, Mahama shifts from aid to investment as government bets on industrial growth. Ghana's dispute with South Africa spills over into the corporate sector. And Ghana seeking data to step up oil production. Petroleum Commission engaging in $200 million seismic data drive. If we are successful and we acquire more data, it means we'll be producing more oil, we'll be getting more revenue. Kudos to the Petroleum Commission.
Okay, means we can go online now?
Yes.
The online news review brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest.
And online, I'll start with My Joy Online, and later we'll go on WhatsApp. We'll read some of the messages as part of our stories. My Joy Online, please arrest suspect in murder of UCC students in Essentia Avenue. Yesterday, Winston, you read the statement of UCC.
Yeah.
The police have arrested a 39-year-old suspect in the murder of the UCC student in Essentia Avenue. Military deployed to Boko Senior High School after students rampage over exam malpractice crackdown. Cocoa farmers spared another blow as government rejects price cuts despite global slump. This is Cocoa Board. Bosman Asari resigned voluntarily. The government didn't pressure him. This is Kwachi Ofosu. And Sophia Kufu didn't resign over Tokono's removal. This is still Kwachi Ofosu speaking. While Cote d'Ivoire cuts cocoa prices, Ghana holds the line to protect farmers. This is Cocoa Board. And on the refuse issue, a CSIR scientist is warning refuse at McCarthy Dam poses serious threats to the Wager Dam and public health. This morning we'll bring you more on that particular story. And Supreme Court to hear Trump appeal involving lengthy detention of certain immigrants. That is My Joy Online. Let's take you to City Newsroom this morning. The suspect who has been arrested in connection with the murder of the UCC students is also on City Newsroom. Ghanaian master students in UK to picket over unpaid fees. Still? Wow. 2 jailed 20 and 30 years over new Adubiase filling station robbery, and published the full list of road contracts. Media Foundation for West Africa tells Roads Ministry. And Ablakwa, we're exploring all channels to secure Pate visa. Those are the stories.
Why do I get the feeling that the unavailability of Thomas Partey could be a blessing for the Black Stars?
Why? We have better players.
To be very honest with you, look, to be very honest with you, Partey's legs have left him. He doesn't have pace, and in that midfield, as Morocco showed Brazil, if you have very athletic young, midfielders with speed, they will mess you.
But sometimes you need somebody who is calm and collected in the midfield to slow things down and distribute.
My brother, they're calm and collected, slow things. You don't have to slow. Look at Casemiro.
Yes.
Look at Casemiro. We all know Casemiro. Watch the game between Morocco.
That was real Casemiro.
Well, if you don't know, those who know Casemiro know him. They know what
the
Casemiro's,
Manchester United player.
Yes, they know what Casemiro has achieved. So if Casemiro in that midfield of Brazil with Bruno Guimaraes, they struggled, it tells you that sometimes
we need faster players in our midfield.
players.
And we don't have kudos too.
Partey would do well against England. And the reason is simple. The English players themselves are old. They are older, so he can manage. I don't know the Panama team, but I'm saying that this could be a blessing for us.
Okay.
Let's use the young ones. Let them go and play. Anyway, let's get into some of the stories.
Yes, and Winston, please permit me to read this message because the way the messages are flowing from...
You know what we're going to do? We're going to read the messages, but let's get to some of the stories.
Okay.
Then we'll come back and do the messages. So, no wrongdoing in big push contracts, report. So, story by Kester Crunchy says, a high-level presidential investigation into the award of contracts under the Big Push Infrastructure Initiative has found that the Ministry of Roads and Highways did not breach any procurement rules, the Daily Graphic can exclusively report. However, President John Dramani Mahama has accepted 4 sweeping reforms to strengthen Ghana's public procurement framework. The probe ordered by the President in April and conducted by senior presidential advisor Dr. Valerie Soya found that the ministry acted strictly within the Public Procurement Act and obtained all requisite approvals. It also reviewed that single-source big push contracts represent barely 4.58% of all road contracts awarded by the ministry. And the report dated May 22 was triggered by media investigations by the Media Foundation for West Africa. And so, although no wrongdoing has been established, the President has accepted the report's 4 key recommendations. So, we are told that now all public sector sole source contracts above a prescribed threshold must obtain a value for money certificate from the newly established Value for Money Office, created by an Act of Parliament. Cabinet approval will also be mandatory before any high-value single-source contract is awarded. And the Ministry of Finance and Attorney General have been directed to fast-track legislation restricting single-source procurement to genuinely exceptional circumstances. That's already in the Public Procurement Act. And the report further recommended that all single-source contract award must be published on a centralized open government e-procurement portal, including verified ultimate beneficial owners.
That is good news. But what would it take for the government and the Ministry of Roads to just publish all the road contracts, the details, contractors, timelines, what is expected of them, and even current status? What would it take to put it on their websites?
That should be a given.
If we say we are doing something transparently and we've done something right, also make the information to citizens available. So, like these Dawenya people, somebody left work at 5 p.m., got home at 10:20 p.m. Let them know what you are doing and let them know how this pain is being solved and when it will be solved. I think it's just fair that we did that. Anyway, the business analyst has a story that has caught my attention. First, on Casapreco's stock exchange listing, the NPRA CEO says that it reflects growing confidence in Ghana's economy. And then the story that pension assets hits 120 billion Ghana cedis as NPRA pushes private sector investments. Now, the story says Chief Executive Officer of the National Pensions Regulatory Authority, Chris Bodi-Mensah, has announced that Ghana's pension assets have surged to 120 billion Ghana cedis as the authority intensifies efforts to redirect more pension investments into productive private sector enterprises. And Winston, this is a big deal. If some of this money is invested in private enterprises long term, we get cheaper funding to do our businesses. We grow the economy. Pensioners also get some very good money at the end of the day, and we all win.
Well, this is, and we've had this conversation over and over again. I'm told that a new law, an amendment is being pushed to, make way for this, because currently the laws will stipulate what percentage should go into government bonds and government securities, and that's what the problem is. And so we need patient capital, and pension funds would help us to do that. 2 EC deputies leave. A former CJ exits Council of State. Says the government has announced the resignation of former Chief Justice Sophia Akufu from the Council of State alongside changes at the Electoral Commission, while also providing clarity on presidential staff numbers, firmly rejecting claims of salary increases for political appointees. Dr. Bosman Asare has submitted a letter announcing his resignation as Deputy Chairperson of the Electoral Commission, effective July 31, 2026, while another Deputy Chairperson, Samuel Tete, has retired. Justice Sophia Akufu submitted her resignation from the Council of State in September 2025 without stating any reason, and the Minister of Government Communications and Presidential Spokesperson Felix Kwachofosu disclosed at a briefing yesterday. So when it comes to the EC, we're told that the Council of State is already considering a nominee to replace Mr. Tete, who was appointed to the position in 2018, with a replacement expected for Dr. Bosman Asare. The changes at the EC, particularly Dr. Asare's resignation, come even after petitions for the removal of key personalities at the Commission could not pass the basic threshold for the removal per the judgment of the Chief Justice. Okay.
I'll take you online now, Winston. Water is very important, and the Wager Dam is under threat. And a senior research scientist at CSIR is warning that the refuse at McCarthy Down poses a serious threat to Wager Dam and public health. The story says Dr. Na Ayikaile Bruce Vanderpoy has raised concerns over the environmental and public health risks posed by refuse dumped at the McCarthy Down landfill site. According to her, plastics found in the waste contain harmful chemicals such as BPA, which can pose serious health risks to humans when they leach into the environment.
Okay. Let's read some of the messages then, Kojo.
Yes, this message says, yesterday I left work in Tema at 5 p.m. and got home pram 10:20 p.m. I even had to use the bad inner roads. It's not like a car broke down on the road though. What surprises me is that there are policemen stopping cars and taking money when they use the shoulders of the road instead of actually helping with the traffic. That also causes traffic. This message here is talking about sanitation. So you let me read this before I go to some of the other traffic stories. Good morning, Winston and Kojo. Please talk about sanitation. This is the sector where 24 hours must really work. Accra is very dirty. The market areas and bus stops are an eyesore. Kindly assist as radio always gets results. Now, this message here says, Kofi and Kojo, why are you people leaving out Winneba to Accra? We move from hell on that stretch. We get reprieve at Kaswa and return to hell from the toll booth, whether it's Botiano, Aigbe Town, or even the bridge for West Hills Mall. We are waiting for it to collapse. So when you reach ACC and you give up, bro, stress is real between Winneba and Accra. We need psychological help whilst waiting for the road to be completed. This is William from the Gomwa area. We'll share some more of the messages on the roads with you here on the Super Morning Show.
Okay, which means that we can bring you the BBC News brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us, Glyco, we're cushioning you for life, and Oba Spaghetti is made for you. Call your people, call your crew, come chop. Everybody, come chop. Oba, Inogo, stop. Oba, come chop. Everybody, chop. Time now for the BBC News.
Isaac in LA, Nick in Singapore, thanks very much for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
This is the BBC World Service, meeting the Westerners, leaving everything they know for a promise of something very different.
Would you uproot your whole life to start again in Russia? From bold beginnings to stories of hope and disillusionment, we follow people who've made the move to understand why they're going and what life is really like when they get there.
The Russian Dream, Thursday at 1:30 and 8:30 GMT. Business Daily is in 30 minutes.
A war breaks out, the missiles fly, and somewhere, very quietly, a small group of people start getting richer. Today we trace the money behind the war in Iran. Who's profited, who's paid, and the bet placed before the first bomb fell.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Today on People Fixing the World from the BBC World Service, we're looking for ways to prevent snake bites. We'll meet a man in Nepal who's helping to solve this problem by rescuing snakes in his village.
Every day that one person died in that village, I knew that if I leave my job and come back to my village, I can save people dying from snake bite.
And then we'll meet a researcher in Malaysia who might have found a better way to treat snake bites.
We want to reduce the guesswork. We want to make sure that if a hospital stocked in an antivenom, it's just one type of antivenom, and hopefully it can be produced at a cheaper price so that every hospital will have access to it.
I'm Myra Anubi, and I'll be back with more on People Fixing the World right after the BBC News.
BBC News with Emily Thomas. European leaders at the G7 summit are expected to urge President Trump to pressure Russia into accepting a peace deal on Ukraine's terms rather than accept concessions to Moscow. Chris Mason is in Evia.
I think an element of the argument you will hear from European leaders, not least Sir Keir Starmer, is trying to keep President Trump's mind on the situation in Ukraine and trying to squeeze Russia further. This morning we should get some more details about this UK sanctions package, in particular liquefied natural gas being shipped around the world, effectively propping up Russia's war effort. Plus this plan to help with Ukraine's energy industry and in particular its nuclear power plants. They are a legacy of the Soviet era. Clearly they need fuel. Enriched uranium will be provided by the UK, running to a value of a couple of £100 million for the next couple of years.
The G7 leaders are also expected to urge President Trump to avoid a superficial peace deal to end the war with Iran. Vice President J.D. Vance says the Memorandum of Understanding includes the return of nuclear inspectors to Iran and the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Israel's military says it's carried out strikes on militants who approached its soldiers in southern Lebanon. The IDF says 4 people were killed. John Donnison reports from Jerusalem.
It took less than 24 hours for the fragility of this ceasefire deal to become apparent. Overnight, Israel's military confirmed it had carried out strikes on what it called terrorists who approached its soldiers in southern Lebanon. Israel says 4 people were eliminated. Hezbollah said it had fired missiles and drones at Israeli forces in return. Iran has insisted Lebanon must be part of the agreement made with President Trump. Last night, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told reporters his forces would not withdraw from southern Lebanon and would maintain operational freedom.
At the World Cup, hundreds have demonstrated against the Iranian government outside the LA stadium where the national team were playing. Shaima Khalil was there.
Los Angeles is actually nicknamed Tarantulas because this is home to the biggest Iranian community outside of Iran. And many of them are angry at the team. And so they're up against that. But they're also up against what's happening at home and the fact that they cannot put a foot wrong. And they're also up against the U.S. authorities' visa issues and the fact that they play here and they're based in Mexico. And then you get closer and it gets more complicated because I've spoken to people inside the stadium who were cheering for the team, crying when the national anthem was played. But then they were telling me, look, we do not support the government, but we love this game and we love this team and we're here for our country, not the government.
This is the latest world news from the BBC. A new report has found that for the first time, social media platforms globally have overtaken publishers to become the leading source of news. The Reuters Institute's digital news report found that people across the world were now more likely to access news from platforms including TikTok and YouTube. In the US, only a quarter of people said they trusted news, and it was down to 15% amongst politically right-leaning Americans. Trust in news dropped to 37% worldwide. Japan's central bank has raised interest rates to the highest level in 3 decades after the Iran war pushed up the cost of living. Karumi Mori is in Tokyo.
So remember, before the conflict, Japan imported 90% of its oil from the Middle East. And so the central bank says the higher fuel costs have really been impacting consumers and businesses alike, really pushing up those prices. They're now signaling further policy normalization that really started back in 2024. Now, BOJ is indicating it would keep tightening the policy gradually, not aggressively. We know markets do not like surprises, but Japan stocks are up after the decision.
The number of tourists travelling to Cuba plummeted in the first 5 months of the year after the US imposed an almost complete oil blockade on the island. Only around 360,000 people visited Cuba from January to May, fewer than half the number recorded in the same period last year. Researchers in London have warned that 40% of the world's plants are threatened with extinction, but that digital technology could help save some species. They say many plants disappear before they're even formally identified, along with potential benefits such as new medicines. Their report says habitat loss and climate change are factors. BBC News.
Hey, Andrea, challenge these days, new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. Hey. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank. Oh, okay. And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle, and the terms are just flexible. Wow. Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I need your side, Fidelity.
Remember shit that your mama made for home church, all of and watch it. Back to school with Kenke. It's here, come chop today. Did this shit go home and taste? 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 Onion, ginger, garlic blend, flavor you there. Pepper, shrimp, and fish inside. If you're the no preservative, just herbs and spice. Natural we taste, spicy we eat. Did this shit to home and taste? Corner, chewy taste. Matter your choice to make. Spicy taste like mama made. Did this shit to home and taste? Did this shit to home and taste? Did this shit to home and taste? Did this shit to home and taste?
Introducing the new Comfort After Wash for Clothes. Contains a formula that makes clothes smell fresh and looking like brand new. After washing, add Comfort to your rinsing water before you dry. Step out and let your clothes do the talking. Grab the sachet from a provision shop or market near you now. Enjoy fragrance on your clothes for days. Comfort and Jibenda. This advert is FDA approved.
Mom, please can I have some milk in my Milo? Have you tasted it? No, but I didn't see you add milk. Hey, taste it before you ask me any questions. Hey, milk na say. This is Milo all in one. Milo Pampa, cocoa, malt, milk and show, everything is inside.
Milo All-in-One already comes with more milk. Just mix with water and taste the nourishing goodness of quality cocoa, malt, and more milk all in one sachet. Milo, the energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
From the heart of Africa we stand, building dreams across the land. Every step we did your side, helping you rise, taking you higher. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. BOA. lifting you higher.
Syntax Tango. Syntax, hey, tough, hey, strong. If you want quality, this be where you belong. Syntax, hey, tough, hey, strong. Oh, gonna shout and sing the song. When the sun they hot, Syntax no break. When the rain they fall, still no shake. Builders they choose and plumbers they prove. Any project you they start.
Hello, my fellow Ghanaians. Presenting to you the authentic firefighter, Sankablo Cables. These days, we hear less of fire outbreaks because Sankablo Cables, they guard for every Ghanaian. From the building contractor to the electrical engineer, Sankablo electrical cables are their best choice. Proudly made in Ghana, Sankablo deals in electrical cables, PVC pipes, sockets, and switches of all kinds. With 99.99 pure copper. My fellow Ghanaians, if light won't travel, now Sankablo be the motto. Sankablo cables are carefully built in different shades of colors to suit the needs of Ghanaians and our weather condition. Always remember to use Sankablo quality electrical cables and accessories for your wiring. For bulk purchase of your PVC pipes, socket, switches, electrical cables, please contact 0530-774-774. Sankablo from Side Go House. Now we be the plug. Approved by the Ghana Standard Authorities.
Araba Soft Life. Yes, my darling. The soft life is me. Queen of soft life. Araba be that. Are you going to the Kumasi station dressed like that? Hey, station? Never. This queen travels with Oya bus ride. No station stress, no giddy giddy. Oya gives me soft life, Papabi. Guess what? All I did was download the Oya app. Simple. Me booked him a trip, selected my seat, and now I just joined the bus at my pickup location. Wow. No giddy giddy. Everyone can use the Oya app. All you need is a smartphone. Ah, my bus to Kumasi is arriving soon. See you.
Download the Oya Bus Ride app on Google Play Store or the App Store. Book your trip and hop on at your pickup location.
Travel between cities the smart way and skip the station. For more details, call or WhatsApp 055 900 1242. Oya, let's go.
It's the season of goals, the tense moments, the thrilling moments, the unforgettable winning moments, and now your winning moments could be next. Buy a Samsung Galaxy device from now till July 3rd from any authorized dealer and stand a chance to win Samsung TVs every week. From Galaxy phones, tablets, and watches to refrigerators, microwaves, and even an 85-inch Samsung TV to upgrade your matchday experience at home. Visit samsung.txtghana.com after purchase and enter your details to enter the weekly draw, and you could be one of our lucky winners. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Wake up, good morning, good morning.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. Coffee in your cup, enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate and party with you. Come on now.
And it's live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Thank you very much for staying with us. We're back from the BBC News. Getting into the issues for this morning. And yesterday we're telling you about how concerns are mounting over a refuse dump located at American Farm, a suburb of Amanfrom, which residents say is contaminating the Densu River whenever it rains. And the river serves as a critical water source for millions of people across the Greater Accra region. Residents also blame the dumping site for the persistent flooding in the area, saying it has made life increasingly unbearable. And Fatau Bayerga has more in this report.
This has become the daily routine of Safia Osman. Every day she sprays her home in a desperate attempt to keep away swarms of houseflies that have invaded her compound. This is because an illegal waste dump is situated just behind her house.
Every 2 days, I buy an insecticide spray worth 45 cedis to spray my house because of the house flies. If I don't do this, it could possibly cause illness for my children.
For Safia, the waste dump located along the banks of the J River at American Farm, a suburb of Kasua Amanfrom, has turned life into a daily struggle.
At night and in the morning, my room is always filled with bad odor coming from the dumping site, making life very unbearable. Mosquitoes have also inundated our homes.
Just a few minutes' walk from Safia's home is the residence of Ajua Kone. Her room is gradually sinking as mountain heaps of waste continue to worsen, flooding in the area. She now fears for her safety whenever the rains begin.
We asked, but they would not tell us who permitted the dumping of waste here. Now all kinds of creatures have invaded our homes. After the last downpour, my room started sinking and visible cracks appeared. Now we fear for our lives.
The impact of the dumping site is taking a heavy toll on residents. Ajua says frequent visits to the hospital have become part of life as many battle health challenges linked to the situation.
My child fell sick and I had to take her to the hospital. As I speak with you now, I'm also not feeling well.
The effects are also being felt in the education sector. Head mistress of Westgate International School, Helen Ankra, says the school is gradually losing students as worried parents continue to withdraw their wards.
But it is not conducive for learning. It is not. And so parents are withdrawing their wards. Your school is collapsing. Yes, it's collapsing. And I wonder how they see an institution here. And they decided to do these things behind the institution. Institution that is training children, our future leaders. And they did this here. I don't know. I don't understand. And if you try to, come out, they threaten you.
The unauthorized dumping site, established late last year, has intensified flooding in the community. During the last major downpour, a life was lost as floodwaters swept through parts of the area. Even more alarming, residents say every rainfall washes large quantities of highly contaminated waste into the river. Assembly member for the Amanfrom electoral area, Joseph Kobna Fiamo, describes the situation as deeply worrying.
A very big challenge because when the referee dams have been stopping the water flow, so
it's making it difficult for that to flow. And it's closer to the Densu too. So it's becoming very, very big challenge to us in the whole community. Because when it happened to us, that's the river that the process to become a pipe-borne water for us to drink. So it's a very big challenge.
He further reveals that the assembly has placed a ban on waste disposal at the site.
We stopped them 3 days today. So my unit committee members are monitoring the place. So currently they wanted to be a route. They were beating the Aboboya trucks. And I said we shouldn't use this thing, route and facing distance. So I stopped them that they should stop. And then we should make sure that we take law to stop them. So they stopped. That's the situation. That's why they are covering the place with the sun.
But for Safia Osman, who gave birth just 3 months ago, and many others living near the dump, assurances alone are not enough. They say immediate action is needed to eliminate the growing environmental and health threats before the situation spirals further out of control. For Joy News, Fatao Bayaga, American Farm, Gas South.
And that's the situation in the Gas South municipality. So this morning we'll be speaking to the MCE for the Gas South municipality at 8 a.m. here on the Super Morning Show. But in Kumasi, there's another situation there. Because private tricycle waste collectors are, currently stranded at the Oti landfill site and are now threatening to offload waste at unauthorized locations. The operators say they've been locked out of the designated dumping points for 4 days due to congestion and alleged poor management, leaving dozens of tricycles queued at the entrance as waste decomposes in the rain. And we're told that in protest, frustrated collectors set tires ablaze at the site. A demonstration, they say, was meant to force authorities to act on the deteriorating conditions. Emmanuel Bright Kweku is with Love FM, our sister station in Kumasi, and he's joined us on the phone now. Emmanuel, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Winston.
So we're told that, the tricycle waste collectors have been locked out of the Oti landfill site, and they're threatening to dump waste on the roads indiscriminately. Tell us about that.
All right, so Winston, it's indeed true in a sense that for some months now, the tricycle operators, those who collect particularly, are facing a challenge at the Oti landfill site. You go there in the morning, you should expect that the queue to the Oti landfill site is not really long, but this is the case where some of them have collected a waste from, let's say, a previous day, but they are still stuck in queue waiting for them to offload the waste that they collected from their municipalities to the Oti landfill site. And so this is actually, the protest yesterday is just one of many that has occurred since a few months we entered 2026. So I think somewhere in April, I went to the site to see for myself the situation there. And you would go and find them queuing up to, let's say, 2 kilometers away from the Oti landfill site. All in earnest for them to offload the waste they have collected. In fact, just last 3 weeks, we went to the site with the Kumasi mayor and also some Canadian waste energy company. In fact, they had been requested by the Assembly to see the situation at the landfill site. We have been informed by the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly that this Oti landfill site has reached its capacity. That was somewhere in April, and they had said that they were going to prohibit some municipalities from dumping their waste at the Oti landfill site. I must state that the Oti landfill site currently serves at least 11 municipalities in the Ashanti region. And so the greater Kumasi, a greater proportion of the municipalities here, and dump their waste at the Oti landfill site. And so when we went there, in fact, everywhere was choked, or everywhere you find the hill itself filled with a lot of garbage, and the Oti landfills are ideally should be one of the engineered dump sites we have in the Ashanti region. But unfortunately, due to the heavy waste that we are recording at the end, in fact, every day they are collecting between 2,000 and to 3,000 tons at the site. And so it has really compounded the situation there at the Oti landfill site. And when you engage with the waste collectors, they tell you that the machine that is used for compressing this waste sometimes breaks down. And so it makes them queue up so long. Some of them would have to stay overnight, some of them 4 to 3 days before they are able to offload. As I speak now, personally, there is this waste collector that comes around my house to collect the waste. But unfortunately, since last week up until today, I have not started him. He has not been to the area to collect the waste. And probably that's because he has not been able to offload his truck. And so that's currently the condition here we are having in the Ashanti region. And because of the situation at the Oti landfill site, you go to market centers like the KJC market and other major markets in the Ashanti region, where you still find the refuse or the garbage collection points still heaped with lots of refuse and weedy flies and all of that. So it's quite critical. We want to say that we are facing a sanitation crisis in the Ashanti region. Even in roads, you find the waste being poured on the road. We do not know how sometimes these things happen. Maybe because
they're pouring the waste on the road.
Yeah, we've cited videos of waste in the middle of the road. We do not know how it ended up there. So whether it broke down the vehicles of these tricycle and operators, it broke down and then it fell off. But that's what we are seeing currently, especially on the route to the Oti landfill. That's where we normally find some of these garbage on the road and in the middle of the road and all that. And so the situation here in the Ashanti region, I would say, it's quite dire. In fact, the Kumasi Mayor Richard Okoria-Jemambe, in the early part of this year or sometime later part of last year, he stated that the assembly needed some 6 million euros to generate another sale at the Oti landfill site. In fact, when we went there, we had seen that they dug out this hole to actually collect the waste. But we don't know. In fact, we inquired from him, and he said that they are still racing against time to generate that amount of money to construct the cell that will be helping in terms of the collection of the waste. In fact, I must be quick to also add that the Kumasi compost and recycling plant, which ideally was supporting the compost collection, or let's say conversion of these waste into compost, currently we are told they are not working. That's because the government owes them some amount of money spanning a period of 4 years. And so they are currently closed down. And so it's part of the reasons why we are having this sanitation crisis in the Ashanti region. Ideally, these the Kumasi compost and recycling plants will absorb some of the waste from the homes and then the commercial market to convert them into various products. But unfortunately, because government has not been able to pay them within for over 4 years now, it is currently shut down. They don't even have electricity. We are told to operate. And so that's currently the situation here in terms of the sanitation in the Ashanti region.
Well, Emmanuel Bright Kweku, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. And so that's Emmanuel Bright Kweku with the situation in the Ashanti region. And I have a message here, Kojo, that actually says that I just want to do this and then I'll tell you something. It says, the challenge with our waste management and disposal is the monopoly enjoyed by one company. Until we introduce competition in the industry, the situation will grow worse going forward. is not only in the Ashanti region, all the regions. So why don't we do it this way? Let's hear from you. And we want you to join us via WhatsApp, okay? Now, we're talking about the Ashanti regional situation, Kumasi. We're talking about that of Gas South. Maybe you also facing a problem that we don't know about. Just share that with us on WhatsApp. Use the hashtag, our WhatsApp number is 05511119997. And then on X, use the hashtag #YourFilthReport. Your Filth Report. And share them with us. We'll see it and would follow up to make sure that the authorities do the right things. Because it's becoming obvious that sometimes the very people that we expect to do the right things pretend not to see. Okay, if they're pretending not to see, or if genuinely they're not seeing, we would direct them. We would drive their attention to all the problems that you're going through. So share your filth reports with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM.
And it's quite sad that a resource like waste or used materials is giving us problems. I remember way back in 2009, 2010, when I was having my national service at Coca-Cola. My supervisor used to live at Dompase, at Onsu Dompase. That's where the Oti landfill site was, Mr. Arthur. And he would come to work stressed every morning because he said, Charlie, the place was thinking all the time. This is 2009. We are in 2026. This landfill site was supposed to be an engineered landfill site, managed properly with the right equipment and the right assets to ensure we managed it well. But years on, I don't know whether the issue of national neglect for important things has become a disease for the country. But a lot of very important things are not treated with the importance it requires. And for me, with all the experiences I have, I don't know why it is difficult to buy machinery to operate our landfill sites. But when it comes to procurement to buy machines that don't work, look at drip, for example. We're able to do those things, but we are unable to do the important things. Winston, if you go to Insumia in Nsawam, it's also facing challenges. You go to a lot of the municipal areas, they are facing challenges, yet we don't need to go to the moon to deal with waste. There are a lot of solutions that we've seen other countries use, even converting waste into energy. But what do we do in this country? We have seen revenue reports where we are spending billions on waste management, but you are not seeing anything. And Accra is dirty, Kumasi is dirty, our homes, but every day somebody comes to collect your waste at home and you pay money for it.
And you see, we've said that waste is a resource, but it's actually a resource for somebody. One person who collects everything. Because in other jurisdictions, you go to countries where people are actually looking for waste to process. Here, in our part of the world, we have the waste, and yet it is very, very difficult. So we're just being told about the Kumasi compost and recycling plant not functioning.
Why is it not functioning?
Because that system was set up to have the state paying for it.
But if you've set up a business that people generate waste and they pay for, and you also convert the waste into other useful byproducts, why shouldn't you make money and why should the business not run?
Good point, Kojo. Let's hear from our listeners. So use the hashtag #YourFilthReport, and we definitely would work on all these stories. At the end of the day, you're the reason we're here. We want to ensure that we deal with the sanitation challenges once and for all. You can also join us on WhatsApp 05511119997. But Ghana, let's talk water tanks. And I'm sure by now you know the secret to real water storage. It's simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then you know it's not the correct tank. Because the tortoise tank, Syntex tank, is the champion of water tanks. It's strong, durable, and built to handle a Ghanaian weather, rain or shine. Syntex tank has your back. So my people, go outside, check your tank, and if it doesn't have the tortoise on it, then you know it's time to upgrade. Join the Syntex tank family today and enjoy water storage that's stuff like a tortoise. Call 0244-335-168 to buy now. Find one of our 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, are you strong?
Are you tough? And if you need cables for your construction, talk to San Cablo today. They have electrical cables made with 99.99% pure copper, certified and approved by the Uganda Standards Authority and also the Energy commission as well. And so for all types of cables, flexible cables, switches, sockets, multi-lamp holders, and many more, talk to San Cablo right now. If you want to buy in bulk, you call 024-337-4034. That's 024-337-4034. Or you ask for San Cablo cables and accessories at all leading electrical shops nationwide. San Cablo Lights in Africa. San Cablo from Side Go House. Now we be the plug.
I know breakfast is already special, but with Nido, it just got even better. Now, with the Nido 10 plus 1 promo on our 14 gram and 23 gram packs, you have 10 plus 1 more reasons to enjoy breakfast. Buy a one strip of our promo packs and get 11 sachet instead, one extra sachet free. That's more smiles at the table, more creamy goodness, fortified with iron, and more value for your family, because your breakfast deserves a little extra. Promo runs while stock lasts. T's and C's apply.
Now, the Ministry of Education is pleased to announce the official launch of the Ghana National Research Fund, GNRF, to be officiated by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana. It's established under the Ghana Research Fund Act 2020, Act 1056, Act 1056. And the GNRF is Ghana's national mechanism for providing predictable and sustainable funding for research, innovation, technology transfer, and commercialization to support national development. The date is Tuesday, today, right? Today is 16th of June. 10 a.m., Labadi Beach Hotel, Accra. Special guest of honor, the President of Ghana. And the launch marks an important milestone in Ghana's efforts to place research, innovation, and knowledge at the center of national development, economic growth, and evidence-based policy making. The hashtag is GNRF Launch 2026.
Hello, beautiful customers. You know, at Omni Basic Bank, your security is their priority. And so before engaging in any financial offer or investment opportunity, please take a moment to confirm through the official channels. Remember, Omni Basic Bank will never request your PIN, password, card details, OTP, or any confidential information via phone calls, SMS, email, or social media. Always rely on their verified communication channels and avoid sharing sensitive information with unverified sources. For assistance, please call the 24/7 contact center on 030-708-6000 or 0800-100-790 and then 0302-758-555. Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank.
And Franco Trading is still phone papa fear. Go there for your Nokia phone, Samsung, Apple devices, smart TVs, the Franco air conditioners, chest freezers and refrigerators, washing machines, microwaves, blenders, generators, gas and electric stoves, and many more. They also sell CCTV cameras as well. And look, if you shop online on any of their digital platforms, you get up to 40% discount. So download the Franco Trading app. It's called Franco on Google Play Store, or you can visit their website, francotrading.com. Call them on WhatsApp 0246 422338. That's 0246 422338. Franco, still phone papa if you.
I know life moves fast, and so should your insurance too. With the Glyco Life app, managing your life policies now as easy as checking your socials, track your policy, pay premium, submit claims, and download documents all on your phone, anytime, anywhere. No queues, no paperwork, no stress. Just tap, scroll, and you're sorted. Download the Glyco Life app now on the Play Store, App Store. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
And Latex Foam is your partner for life. Whilst Glyco is cushioning you for life, Latex Foam is your partner for life. Don't buy any of those bad mattresses on the market, substandard mattresses on the market. Sleep well, sleep on quality, durable, and certified mattresses from Latex Foam. Now, Latex Foam remains the tried and tested brand we've all loved for almost 60 years, and they offer you unmatched quality and durability for every Ghanaian home. So make the smart choice. Talk to them on 0302 231155. That's the Accra office. The Kumasi office is 03-220-29365. You can also visit their website, latexfoamghana.com. Don't settle for less. Go for quality. Buy Latex Foam or else you do yourself. Latex Foam is your partner for life.
And Bank of Africa invites you to reactivate your dormant account today and discover their refreshed range of products and services, from the enhanced SME support facility to the convenience of a United States dollar debit card, credit card, and much more. Updating your account is easy. Simply visit any Bank of Africa branch with your Ghana card. For any assistance, call Bank of Africa on 0302 429 333 or 0302 249 690. Bank of Africa, strong as a group, as close as a partner.
Now, this morning I spoke about people in traffic and people struggling to get vehicles to move around. Yesterday I spoke about the same. It's one of the big issues for me in Ghana. If we can't move, we can't make money. But there's a solution for you with Oya, the bus ride business. More travelers are choosing Oya, the bus ride business. It's an app that puts you in control of your intercity travel. So if you want to travel from Accra to Kumasi, Accra to Tamale, Accra to Takwa, Accra to... Look, just download the Oya app. And with Oya Bus Ride, you can book your trip from your home, choose your preferred seat, select your pickup location, track your journey, and even monitor the driver behavior for added peace of mind. No station stress, no unnecessary hassle, just convenient travel designed around you. Now, the pilot route currently is Accra and Kumasi, but they'll be adding more. And with the Oya app, you can choose what works best for you. So download the Oya Bus Ride app today on Google Play Store or the App Store and discover why your journey should begin on your phone. Oya Bus Ride, no giddy giddy. Oya, let's go.
And I'm sure you've heard about the incredible benefits of Exilium from Total Energies. Well, if you haven't, let me just tell you about this premium fuel with its amazing 3-in-1 power. Because the additive enriched fuel with its powerful 3-in-1 action cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption. Now, thanks to the cumulative effect of its anti-corrosion, anti-wear, and detergent additives, Exilium new formula also lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption while reducing CO2 emissions. Shall you drive, sir? Experience the difference with Total Energies Exilium new formula. Choose Exilium. Choose quality. Stay with us. We'll be right back with sports and birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show.
This Father's Day, give Dad more than just a gift. Give him an unforgettable experience. Join the Joy brands for the Joy Safari Escape, the ultimate weekend getaway created to celebrate fathers and father figures on 20th and 21st of June. Enjoy a premium escape filled with relaxation, adventure, music, great food, and quality family time. Your experience includes breakfast courtesy from Safari Homes, complimentary bus service to and from Aqua Safari because we care about your comfort, luxury night stay at Aqua Safari, scenic river tours and boat cruises, fish and tortoise feeding experience, underwater cave viewing, eco park adventure with amazing wildlife encounters, buffet meals, island party with live band entertainment, swimming pool, archery, board games, lawn tennis, endless vibes from our DJs, and fun activities for the kids too. So bring along the entire family. Rates are going for 4,000 Ghana cedis single, 6,000 Ghana cedis double, and 10,000 Ghana cedis for a family of 4. Book now or make enquiries by calling or WhatsApping Lois on 053 100 3813. The Joy Safari Escape, June 20 and 21. Joy Safari Escape, one weekend, endless memories. The Joy Safari Escape is powered by Hits FM and Joy Prime.
To dance with my father again.
First issue relating to reports of the resignation of Justice Sofa A.B. Akufu. I can confirm that indeed Justice Sofa A.B. Akufu has resigned from her position as a member of the Council of State. She submitted a letter in September 2025 to the President indicating her desire to resign. She did not disclose the reason for wanting to resign. When the President received the letter, he was required then to indicate his acceptance of the resignation. But at the behest of the Council of State, he had to hold on because they said they wanted to engage Justice Sofa Akufu to see if there was some grievance that she had that was informing the resignation and whether or not there was a way that it could be addressed. So they asked the President to hold on with the acceptance. But they got back and said that they had engaged, and as far as they were concerned, the resignation could be accepted. So the President has formally accepted her resignation, and she's no longer a member of the Council of State.
I am at the studios of Joy FM, and I'm always excited to be here. This Father's Day, they're doing something truly amazing. Not that Joy never does anything truly amazing on special occasions. This Father's Day, they are sending all of us to Aqua Safari for Safari Escape. It's going to be a huge party to celebrate our very responsible fathers. And so you should come along. I've seen the itinerary, the activities. I'm more excited about the cruise. And so jump on board. Double is going for only 6,000 cedis and single 4,000 cedis. Your father is worth this.
Go and Bank of Africa, BOA Pay from Bank of Africa offers a hassle-free solution for fee collection and other payments. But call us or chat Fafa at boaghana.com for details. Bank of Africa, strong as a group, as close as a partner. And Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone Papa Fie. And today is the birthday of Rosalind Natonma, schedule officer with the Control and Accountant General's Department. God bless you abundantly, from Nathaniel Ato. This one says, happy birthday, Sicho Tamaklo. You are one of the most amazing people we know, and we feel lucky to have you in our lives. May your day be filled with beautiful surprises, cherished memories, and all the happiness you deserve. From your ride or die friends, Odale, Jackie, Koko, and Odako. And finally, happy birthday to our mom, Madam Sylvia Aku Fiashede of Medina Estate. She turned 78 today. We wish you boundless happiness and longevity from your children, Hammond, Anita, Eunice, Renee, and all her grandchildren.
Today is the birthday of Mr. Hagler at Hits FM. Yes, so Mr. Hagler, happy birthday to you. God bless you. Great guy, Mr. Hagler. Also going out to Daniela J, Jerry Kwame Ayensu, Joseph Opoku Gakpo. Joseph Opoku Gakpo, happy birthday to you. Sasti as well, happy birthday to you, Samuel Tete. And this one is from Nana Odam Siao the Fourth at Boateng Domhine of Bohem Traditional Area, and his children, to his wife and their mother, Mrs. Elizabeth Mamle Atabuahene. We thank God for another year of life, and we ask for abundant blessings, good health, and open heavens in this new year and beyond for you.
Great, so let's get into the Sports Center now, proudly brought to us by MTN. Switch to MTN's eSIM. Download my MTN app to go SIMless today. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. And DSTV, you know the biggest football tournament is here, and DSTV is giving you front row seats to all the action live as the FIFA World Cup 2026. And it's that time when everything can wait, even sleep can wait. DSTV, your home of entertainment and high sense, everyday prices for everyday people.
And for over 130 years, Standard Chartered has been more than a bank. They've been a partner in progress. They've helped establish Ghana's financial system, and they've built businesses and connected them to the world. From helping generations grow and protect their wealth to powering innovation and helping communities thrive, Standard Chartered stands on 130 years of heritage to power your ambitions and unlock opportunities for you. So talk to them. What are you waiting for? Give them a call and achieve more by partnering Standard Chartered. Standard Chartered, here for good.
You know, sometimes big moments start with small things, a call to a loved one, a Momo transaction to support family, a bundle to grow your business. But what if they could lead to something bigger than you ever imagined? With the MTN at 30 promo, every call, every text, every browse, every Momo transaction, every connection to home fiber, and every activity on my MTN app earns you points towards amazing rewards, including 9 brand new Toyota Land Cruiser Prados, over 10 million Ghana cedis in cash prizes, and unforgettable experiences just for you. Because every move counts. Dial *530# or use my MTN app to participate now, and let's stay connected everywhere you go. MTN at 30 promo, every move. Make every move count. T's and C's apply.
You said brand new Toyota
Land Cruiser Prado.
Land Cruiser Prado. The way to do well on my road Anyway, the Hisense World Cup promo is happening, and Hisense has joined forces with MTN Ghana and DSTV to bring you special World Cup packages when you buy selected Hisense models. It's a total win-win for everyone. So mark your calendars from now till the 28th of this month. Every goal and every celebration will feel legendary with Hisense. Whether you are screaming goal from your bedroom, the office, or the lounge, the televisions, the sound systems from Hisense are built to capture that authentic stadium atmosphere for every football lover in Ghana. Hisense is everyday prices for everyday people. So visit any authorized Hisense showroom nationwide today and discover the exciting World Cup offers for yourself. You can call them on 030-255-0000. That's 030-255-0000, or visit the website highsense.com.gh. Aju,
Kojo,
how are you?
I'm fine.
Iran
How are
drew.
you? Yeah.
Cote d'Ivoire won.
Yeah.
And that's goalkeeper from what's Cape Verde.
Cape Verde, yeah.
I hear his social media following increased from 50,000.
It's shot up.
Have you verified that?
It's close to 2 million on Instagram.
Just because a 40-year-old man in the goalpost is performing well, 40-year-old Ronaldo is also playing, and I've seen almost 40-year-old Asamoah leading.
Where are you?
Why didn't you take the baby jet to the World Cup?
Oh no. John retired long ago. Yeah. Now he's performing a different.
Recalled him from.
He's performing a different task for the team.
Good morning.
Thank you very much, Kojo, and to everyone listening to us. Welcome aboard the Joy Sports Center. Coming up.
Salah, it's a good ball. Sure, that's a brilliant finish. Imam Ashur. Great ball in. Lukaku first touch. Oh, it's what dreams are made of.
Belgium come from behind to draw with Egypt in the Group L opener of the 2026 World Cup in Seattle, as the group remains wide open after Iran and New Zealand also played out a draw. Elsewhere, Cape Verde produced the biggest upset so far after holding favourite Spain to a goalless draw. We'll tell you more about this, but first. Those were ecstatic Ghanaian fans welcoming the Black Stars to Toronto last night ahead of tomorrow's World Cup opener against Panama at the BMO field. The team touched down on Tuesday night after holding their final training sessions in Rhode Island. The squad reports no injury concerns ahead of the Group L opener. However, Thomas Partey did not travel with the team and remains in the United States after Canada denied him a visa over the rape and sexual assault allegations he faces in the UK. The government of Ghana is continuing efforts to make him available for the match. The Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa says he remains confident of a positive outcome from ongoing diplomatic engagements.
So we are utilizing the diplomatic path, engaging actively behind closed doors, and we also are adopting other pathways, which at this point I do not want to divulge. We know that we are racing against time. It's just about 48 hours to go before the match, and we believe that looking at the nature of the engagements, the frequency, and the high-level engagements that are going on, we hopefully should have a positive outcome.
Now, while the Foreign Affairs Minister did not disclose alternative options, should those efforts fail, Sport and Recreation Minister Kofi Adams has also revealed that a court hearing is scheduled for 9 a.m. Eastern Time today, which is 1 p.m. Ghana time.
The court hearing is scheduled for tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, not today. Documentation and everything was filed, so the hearing will be tomorrow morning. I think we are very confident because the action that has been taken legally is on three fronts: asking for a review, asking for a certain restricted entry, and then also asking for a new application, completely new consideration. So on all fronts, at least if you don't get one, if you don't get two or all three, you will get at least one, or you get two granted, and that will necessarily give him the opportunity to be able to enter Canada and to join his colleagues and take part in what he does best.
Sports and Recreation Minister Kofi Adams. Meanwhile, former Ghana Football Association Communications Director Ibrahim Sanidara says denying party entry amounts to passing judgment before the case has been concluded.
And most importantly, he's not being found guilty. Mm-hmm. So it's just like you saying that he's already guilty before the decision is taken. And it is sad that some people might even take it as the word. So when you take a decision like that, would you say it will influence the judges on the case? It looks like you've even hanged him before the matter is decided.
Former GFA Comms Director Ibrahim Sanidara speaking to Kafui Day. Meanwhile, National Chief Imam, His Eminence Sheikh Dr. Osman Nuhu Shaributu, has urged Ghanaians to pray for the Black Stars ahead of tomorrow's encounter. In a statement issued yesterday, he extended his warmest goodwill, solidarity, and prayers to the team as they prepare to face Panama in Group L on Wednesday at the BMO field in Toronto. The Black Stars will hold their official training session on that field tonight before taking on Panama tomorrow. Moving on to other games, Cape Verde announced themselves on the world stage with a stunning goalless draw against Spain, frustrating the European champions who dominated possession and had 27 goal attempts but could not find a way past the 40-year-old goalkeeper, Vozenia. The island nation built a blue-shirted barricade in front of Vozenia and dared Spain, who dominated almost everything in the Group H draw except the scoreline, to find a way through. Elsewhere, Belgium came from behind to draw 1-1 with Egypt, with a second-half introduction of record goal scorer Romelu Lukaku forcing the own goal which salvaged a point for his side. Egypt opened the scoring against the run of play in the 19th minute through a powerful strike by Imam Ashur for his first international goal. In the other game, Saudi Arabia and Uruguay played out a 1-1 draw in the Group H encounter on Monday after Abdullah Al Amri's opener for the Gulf nation was cancelled out by Maxi Araujo in the game where both sides profited from goalkeeping errors. Also in Group H, Iran twice came from behind to draw 2-2 with New Zealand in an exciting clash at the Los Angeles Stadium earlier today. So for the games coming up today, we've got France versus Senegal at the MetLife Stadium. That's happening at 7 p.m. And that match will be live on Joy Prime. And there'll be live commentary on Joy 99.7 FM and on Hits 103.9 FM as well. Iraq versus Norway is at 10 p.m. Later tonight. In the other games, Argentina versus Algeria is at 1 a.m. On Wednesday in Kansas City, while Austria versus Jordan, that game will take place at 4 a.m. Let's move the conversation on. And Tunisia have sacked coach Sabri Lamouchi and appointed fellow Frenchman Hervé Renard following Sunday's 5-1 World Cup defeat to Sweden in Monterrey. Lamouchi becomes the tournament's first managerial casualty. He was appointed in January on a deal running until 2028, and he departs with Tunisia still to face Japan on Saturday and the Netherlands on the 25th of June. He won just one of the 5 matches in charge, Sabri Lamouchi, which was a 1-0 victory over Haiti in March. They also lost by a goal to 0 to Austria before suffering a 5-0 hammering by Belgium in this month's World Cup warm-up games. Do well to join us at 10 a.m. on Joy Prime for World Cup Daily before we bring you the day's game from 6 p.m. on Joy Prime as well with the pre-match build-up, and then of course kickoff is at 7 p.m. That game will be live on Joy Prime. Thank you very much, Victor Tamakulu, for joining us with the latest in the world of sports. But today is the birthday also of the chairman of the McDan Group of Companies, Daniel Macaulay. So happy birthday to you, Daniel Macaulay McDan. We pray for God's blessings and protection for you, from all of us here at the Multimedia Group. But let's get interactive this morning. Social media messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, number 10 liver salt, a refreshing relief, cowbell coffee with you every moment. And we want to know the sanitation situation where you are. Use the hashtag, your filth report. But the board of directors of EcoBank wishes to inform shareholders that dividends will be paid for the 2025 financial year following a strong financial performance and EcoBank Ghana PLC's commitment to delivering value to its shareholders and maintaining a resilient financial position. Shareholders are therefore reminded of the annual general meeting scheduled for Wednesday, 17th June 2026 at the EcoBank head office, Rage, Accra. The meeting will also be streamed live at EcoBank AGM in caps.com. Key highlights will include the approval of financial statements, dividends declaration, and other statutory business. We look forward to engaging our shareholders at the upcoming AGM. EcoBank Ghana PLC, delivering value backed by strong financial performance. EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. Time now for the Joy Business Minute, brought to us by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts. The CSIR Food Research Institute is encouraging small and medium enterprises to adopt its food processing innovations to expand their operations and add value to local produce. Speaking on the Super Morning Show as part of the Joy Business Agribusiness Month, Director Professor Charles Tortus said technologies developed by the Institute can support the production of processed and canned foods. Meanwhile, as part of the Agribusiness Month, discussions today will focus on boosting local food production and reducing Ghana's heavy reliance on imported food products. That's 9 a.m. on the Super Morning Show today. In other news, Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire have renewed cooperation to protect cocoa farmers from global market volatility. And fuel prices are falling. Gold PLC has reduced petrol prices to 13 cedis 87 pesos a litre. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
And Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sale of ultra-silent, fuel-efficient diesel generating sets with sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3,000 kVA at competitive prices. And for every generator you acquire, you'll enjoy a 5-year warranty. They also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets. The services include a 24-hour emergency service, sale of genuine spare parts, reliable rental service, professional advice, sale of tar lights and rental. Locate their East Legon branch at 26 Boundary Road, Legon, close to AH Hotel, and head office at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway, near the Odoko traffic light. They also have 21 branches nationwide. And they're into skill training. They have a training school that trains students in generators and plants, auto mechanics, electricals, and controls, as well as solar installations, offering 80% hands-on training and 20% theory. So call them on 0243 480 334 or 0246 423534. Anointed, the generator experts. And coming up with big stories here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7. I'll be joined shortly by the MCE for the Gas South Municipal Assembly, the Honorable Moses Kabu Okanse, on the situation at American Farm within the Amanfrom electoral area and what the Assembly is doing about that. But we're also urging you, to share your sanitation situation with us this morning. We want to see the pictures, okay? Use the hashtag your filth report. Join us on X, but you can also join us on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. Big stories brought to us by Telecel, connecting energies, and Cowbell Coffee with you every moment. But travelers, the days of switching off your data when you travel are over. Telecel World Plus roaming bundles give you unmatched value and the best rates across up to 100 countries, including every country in Africa. No more landing in a new country and worrying about how to order a ride, find your hotel, navigate a new city, or stay in touch with family and friends. No more hunting for local SIM cards. No more fear of expensive roaming charges. With rates from just 0.09 pesos per megabyte and incredible value on voice and data, Telecel World Plus roaming bundles keep you connected from the moment you land. So whether you're traveling for business, on holiday, or following the excitement of the World Cup, you can stay connected with confidence everywhere you go. So relax, don't worry about roaming costs, just do you. Dial star 5959 hash or activate your bundle on the Telecel Play app today. Telecel, connecting energies.
Teacher Kofi, I did something yesterday.
What did you do?
I had cowbell coffee with roasted cashew.
Oh, okay.
Really, really, really nice and really filling. And I had to resort to cowbell coffee because, Charlie, I needed to move, but I was a bit slow, So if you are grinding for that exam, if you are pushing those deadlines, if you are cooking up the next big idea, get some cowbell coffee with you all the time. It gives you that creamy taste and the rich coffee aroma to kickstart your day, and you can enjoy it anytime. We all know that success doesn't happen overnight. It's the little moments, the early mornings, the late nights. So always make sure you have some cowbell coffee in the office, at home, in your car. You drink it when you need it, okay? It's with you every moment. Take it along with you and chase your dreams with cowbell coffee.
And, let's say a happy birthday to Kofi Senyo Siabi, who's head investor relations at Carl Bank. Wishing you a very happy birthday filled with God's grace and love, and it's from your team at Carl Bank to you, Kofi Senyo Siabi. Still live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. We're trying the lines to reach out to Moses Kabu Okanse. But when we return after these messages, also our friends from Ashesi University will be joining us to have a conversation about engineering at Ashesi here on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Telecel Fixed Broadband upgrade, oh! You get up to 40% more data on the same old bundles. Best part, the bundles don't expire.
That's how we like it in the town.
Yeah, from uncapped speeds to fixed line calls and flexible data moves that allows you to move data up to 4 devices. Telecel offers an unmatched band for fixed broadband solutions for every need.
Telecel Fixed Broadband has got you.
For your home or business, experience the true broadband difference with up to 40% more data on Telecel Fixed Broadband at the same price. Move your non-expiry data to up to 4 devices. Get free fixed line calls and more tailored fixed broadband solutions for your home or business. Subscribe at www.telecel.com or download the Telecel Play app or visit a Telecel retail shop today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
You can't deny it when you taste it. The rich, creamy goodness of Cowbell coffee. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee. Taste it and you love it. It's a special feeling. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
It's the season of goals, the tense moments, the thrilling moments, the unforgettable winning moments. And now your winning moments could be next. Buy a Samsung Galaxy device from now till July 3rd from any authorized dealer and stand a chance to win Samsung TVs every week. From Galaxy phones, tablets and watches to refrigerators, microwaves, and even an 85-inch Samsung TV to upgrade your matchday experience at home. Visit Samsung.txtghana.com after purchase and enter your details to enter the weekly draw, and you could be one of our lucky winners. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, my name is Lexus Bell, and EcoBank is revalidating customer information for mobile app transactions to improve safety and convenient access. Customers are encouraged to confirm their mobile app details by texting or calling 0500,000 247 now to remain active. The voice you just heard wasn't mine, it was AI. And if you fell for it then, like play, you could have just been scammed. EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details. Pay attention to the details.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Right, so welcome back from that short break, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And we promised we're going to be joined by the MC for South Municipal Assembly, Moses Kabu Okanse, and he's joined us on the phone. Honorable Okanse, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning.
I believe you're doing very well this morning.
By God's grace, I'm doing well.
And I also believe that you are aware of the situation at the Amanfrom electoral area, American Farm, where an unauthorized illegal dumping site has sprung up there.
Yes.
Honorable Moses Kabu Okanse, what have you been doing about that?
Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to our people in Ghana. Yes, let me give you a story, a small narration on this. Someone brought a proposal to the assembly that he want to fill up a space so that they can use the space later. And I told my fiscal planner and the environmental and sanitation officer to go and inspect the place and see whether it is ideal to dump those things there to fill up the space. They went and came back and told me the place is not conducive or good for that activity to go on at that particular place.
Okay.
I communicated same to the person. Only for some months later, for the assembly's attention to be drawn to it that the man has actually been dumping refuse on that particular land. we asked him to stop. And then they stopped. Then along the line, they started it again. So quickly, we gave them a summon to court. As we speak, the issue is in court. And we have also had a meeting with the commander of Amoah Division to make sure that he details his people around that side so that any Aboboya truck that comes there, those people will be apprehended and will also be sanctioned accordingly.
Now,
so as I speak, these are the steps I've taken on that particular issue. Now,
yes, I'm listening.
What has been dumped there, the place is soft, very soft, and our vehicles cannot go there. So we are waiting for the place to get dried so that at least we can send our vehicles there and see how best we can convey those things whilst the court processes is also ongoing.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Honorable Okanse, you say this man came there, you asked him not to do it, and then he goes ahead to do it. And so you've asked the police to make sure that nobody goes there.
We summon them to court first.
Hold on. You please hold on. In the meantime, he's been summoned and is currently in court. Now, our reporters were there over the weekend. And the situation at that side is so terrible that the residents there are complaining. Yesterday, people sent us pictures of tricycles lined up there.
Please, that particular place. I'm coming. Let me correct that particular statement, please. Yesterday, I asked the police to go there. When I heard that you were discussing about the same issue. They went there and they said no Aboboya was there. I called the assembly member of that place. He said no Aboboya came there to dump. So I don't know where they got those pictures to show to you. The assembly member confirmed that no Aboboyas were there. He even called the unit committee chairman to ask him, and he said there is no Aboboya there. So I don't know where those pictures are coming. Whether they are old pictures, when the people were dumping, they took and showed it to you as people who are still dumping currently. Like I've told you, we have stopped the people from dumping. And we are even working hard to make sure that the place gets dried. Then we send our machines there to convey those things.
Good.
So it is not true that the people were dumping as at yesterday.
Okay. Now, talking about waiting for the place to dry up, the residents are complaining. Are you saying that there is no technology to actually get there now unless the place dries?
The machines we use to convey them are very heavy machines that can easily get stuck there. I don't know if you know of any other technology that we can use to convey those things there, apart from using those, the tipper trunk and then our reloaders. Apart from that, which other technology can we use to convey those refuse there?
Okay. Now, my job is what I'm doing.
I understand.
Your job is to find out, and that's why I'm asking you, hold on, that's why I'm asking you whether you do not know of any technology. Are you saying there's no other technology? Because this is a health concern that residents in your municipality have complained about. So, are we saying that until the area hardens, they should just live with that concern?
So, I am in talks with the environmental officer, and we are trying to see how best we can go and fumigate the place. We will fumigate the place to make sure that it doesn't cause any health hazard there. Then, apart from that, the conveyance can only be done when the place is dry, so that we can send our machines and convey them there. But as for the fumigation of the place, to make sure that it doesn't cause any outbreak of any sickness, that is what we said that we are going to fumigate the place to prevent that outbreak.
So if it rains today, the people are faced with the hazards of the dumping sites. And the more it rains, the place doesn't harden, as you say, you're waiting. What happens then?
Please, we are working hard to make sure that we control the situation and prevent further activities that will jeopardize the life of the people there.
And the working that you're working, I just want to find out from you. Have you considered also the possibility that the rains would still come, and so there will be the need to look out for an alternative instead of waiting for the surface to dry up?
We, like I said, we are looking at other alternatives. As I speak with you, myself and the MP of the area even visited there some few days ago to see how best we can get the place, those refuse collected. It's not as if we are sitting down doing nothing. Yet this is an illegal thing that has been committed, and we are trying all angles to make sure that at least that problem is resolved. That is why we first of all summon them to court, and we are also in check with the police to make sure that no further dumping is ongoing, and that thing has stopped. And the police are constantly monitoring the situation there. And we are also trying hard to make sure that we get there to fumigate the place, to make sure that at least there's no any other outbreak in the area.
Okay, so the fumigation, when is it going to happen?
Yes, so I'll communicate to you as soon as possible. Yes.
Honorable
if you want to come and cover it, we'll invite you to come and cover the fumigation.
But see, I am interested. Yes, of course we would want to cover it, but beyond the coverage, I'm interested in the health of the people. So This is something you've identified. The expectation would have been that you've actually fumigated, and you're telling me you fumigated instead of saying we will fumigate.
I'm saying that we are going to fumigate it. I've repeated this several times. If you can play it and listen to it.
No, hold on a bit. I am telling you, the question I'm asking you is that as a health concern facing your people, the expectation from your people would have been that you've actually fumigated and not planning to fumigate. I haven't said that you haven't told me you go and fumigate. I'm only saying that and when I ask when, you say, oh, you would communicate to me. Your people treat this as an emergency, and the fumigation should have been done yesterday. So if it's not been done yesterday, you should at least know when you intend to do it. Honorable Okanse.
What I'm saying is that as we speak, my environmental officer is here with me, and they are ready to go and fumigate it today.
So you will fumigate it
today? So
you
can bring your people to come and check.
Okay, we will bring our people to come and check. But a quick one also, who's paying for the clearing of the dumping done by that person who is currently facing court?
The issue is in court. Like I said, we will collect them when the place is dried, and the court will make sure that the people pay for the cost of the clearing.
Okay. One of your residents kindly ask the Gan South MC that we beg him. They just come and make the rounds more trouble for us in this season, just to smoothen the big potholes as a result of the rains.
Which area is that?
Okay, the person just talked about the Gan South area. They didn't state the particular area, but I'm sure the person is listening.
Gan South area, our roads, most of our roads are not tarred. They are red, actually grounded land. And whatever we do is that we try to reshape it to make sure that it's more trouble for our people. And now that it's raining, it will be difficult for machines to go there and grading the place. Until the rain comes down a bit, if we don't have rains within 2-3 days,
so I'm told that is the Tuba Junction to Kokrobite.
If you check,
Honorable Okanse, Tuba Junction to Kokrobite.
Yes, like I'm saying, when you go through Aplaku, coming to the Kokrobite, you see that we have started putting heaps of sand on the land, so that at least we can use it to level the ground to make sure that it's more travel to our people. It's not that we are not doing anything about it yet.
All right, Honorable Okanse, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning.
My brother.
Yes, sir.
it's nice talking to you also, but I want to find out in your preliminary comment, you made mention that if there is any other technology that we can use to collect it, if you know some, please, you can kindly share with me on my phone.
Honorable Moses Kabokanse, thank you very much. And let your environmental officers also begin the research. I'll do mine and I'll share with you, okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And so that's the Honorable Moses Okanse, who is the MCE for Ghana South. Yes, we'll do our own research also and find out, because we believe that there should be technology to deal with all of this. Stay with us. When we return after these messages, our friends from Ashesi University are joining us here on the Super Morning Show.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me.
Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat? I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
Introducing the new Comfort After Wash for Clothes. Contains a formula that makes clothes smell fresh and looking like brand new. After washing, add comfort to your rinsing water before you dry. Step out and let your clothes do the talking. Grab the sachet from a provision shop or market near you now. Enjoy fragrance on your clothes for days. Comfort and Jibenda. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, sir. Please check the round tickets you made me purchase for our Canadian partners arriving this weekend.
Something is eating me up, though. I still don't know a decent, welcoming place where we can host our guests.
This is no issue at all, sir. Let me introduce you to Ghana's best kept secret when it comes to a perfect accommodation, and that is Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartment located at Bawe Zero.
Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartment? Tell me more.
Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartments is a destination that everyone instantly falls in love with the minute they enter. They have beautifully designed 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms, fully equipped kitchens, ultra-modern stylish living area, high-speed Wi-Fi connectivity, and an elegant rooftop lounge. Anointed Airbnb has 24-hour professional security, reliable standby generator, and an exceptional customer service and more.
Wow! Please make reservations for our guests right now.
Absolutely. If you ever think of a destination for work retreats, vacations, family events, or weekend getaways, always choose Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartment. Find them in Accra at Bawe Zero, Faith Montessori, or book ahead on 025-638-9193 or 025-649-2415. Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartments. Class, luxury, and lifestyle redefined.
Frustrated with outdated banking experiences? You deserve an app that makes your life easier, not harder. Say hello to the CBG mobile app, your new cool way to handle everything banking. With biometric security, lightning fast mobile money access, and one-touch bill payments, banking has never been this smooth. Stop imagining when you can live a life where your entire banking world is in your pocket, ready whenever you need it. No stress, no fuss. Don't settle for less. Experience a more superior, convenient way of banking today with the CBG mobile app. Banking made cool, fast and secure. Welcome to the good life. CBG. We stand with
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I use Kale Charcoal
to the
toothpaste.
train. Come have fun with Joy 99.7 FM because you truly deserve it.
Regarding Dr. Bosman Asari, I can also confirm that he has submitted a letter to His Excellency the President indicating that effective 31st July 2026, he would resign his position as deputy chairperson of the Electoral Commission. He gives a reason for his resignation, which is that he wants to go back to academia and pursue his career as a staff of the University of Ghana, and conveyed his thanks and appreciation to the President and people of Ghana for giving him the opportunity to serve in that capacity. We are also aware that a second chairperson, is it in the person of Mr. Samuel Tete, has also gone on retirement.
7FM, it's the best breakfast show in town.
Right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM with me, Winston Amoah. And I told you before the break that our friends from Ashesi University are going to be joining us, the engineering at Ashesi University, and head of engineering department, Dr. Elena Roska, is here with us. So is Sharifa Yakubu, a student pursuing Masters in Mechatronic Engineering, class of 2027. She's been telling me what mechatronic engineering is all about. But good morning, Dr. Roska. Good morning, Sharifa. Thank you all for joining us.
Good morning, and thank you for having us here.
And I believe you're all doing well.
Yes, thank you.
Good. So let's talk about engineering at Ashesi, and let me find out from you, Dr. Roska, because you've been a member of Ashesi's engineering department faculty for a decade. Now, what are the gaps in engineering education that you're trying to address with your undergraduate and master's programs at Ashesi?
Sure. So I think engineering, generally speaking, there can be a disconnect between the theory and the application. So Ashesi is positioned to train our students into applying and turning in technical knowledge and technical skills into application, into solving problems for the community. In addition to that, Ashesi's goal and mission is to train engineers which are ethical leaders and can look at the problems that we need to solve with an ethical perspective and lens, and also with a compassionate lens to solve problems in our communities.
I like the fact that you're looking at solving problems. That's what engineering is all about.
Yeah.
And so I was happy you talk about not just theory, but actually applying everything that you've learned to solve problems. I know also that over the past months, Ghanaians have been discussing illegal mining and its impact. And at Ashesi, you've also been working with students on research aimed at addressing this issue and other environmental issues. I'm just interested in what you've been doing. Could you kindly walk us through these things that you've been doing?
Sure. So one of the work that we've been doing in this sector has been with a team of students that participate in an international competition called IGEM, which stands for Internationally Genetically Engineered Machines. And I want to take a minute to explain what that means.
Please do.
So that means looking at biology, particular microbes, and engineering them, designing them to solve a particular problem. So the first team which we took to this competition was in 2017. And in 2017, if you remember, we had the same problem of illegal mining, which probably existed prior to that as well. And so their approach was to look at how can we use bacteria to detect if gold is present in secondary ore and how to extract it. So we know that mining, for instance, is focused on, primary ore and big extraction activities. The students were looking at how do I take ore that the mining companies don't want to use it, or how do I take effluent from their mining activities and still extract ore. And that was in an attempt of creating some sort of opportunity for the artisan miners, which turned to be illegal miners in some cases, and how do we support them to still be able to do their mining activities. And so we took, for instance, in deposits of gold, there's bacteria, there's microbes there that actually grow in those environments. And they end up liberating gold without that being their purpose. They just want to live there. But they have enzymes that actually liberate the gold metal out of the ore. And so we took those enzymes and engineered them into organisms that you can grow a lot faster and easier in the labs. And so now you can use them as a tool to extract gold from ores. And then different teams picked up this project from different aspects. We were looking at prospecting. How do you know if there is gold in a particular location? And so develop different organisms that could do that. We also worked on coastal erosion, which is not necessarily directly related to galamsey, but can kind of indirectly be related to it. And then this year, the team is actually kind of bringing all these aspects together, and it's looking at it from a systems engineering or systems thinking perspective.
Okay.
How can we combine them to come up with solutions and tools to approach this very complex problem?
Okay. You know, whenever I've been to, I mean, and I'm happy you're talking about all of these. And I remember one time emceeing the National Renewable Energy Challenge, you know, which is organized by the Energy Commission. And I saw all the wonderful things that the young ones were doing. And the question I kept asking was, how do you commercialize these things? So let me ask you the same question. How is the university trying to commercialize some of this work and bring it to the communities that actually need them?
So Ashesi has a very strong entrepreneurship center. That's number one, and I'll come back to that in a minute. But they also, our training and our teaching of our students is with an entrepreneurial frame of point of view. So our students start taking entrepreneurship courses, design thinking courses from their first semester when they come on campus. So we instill, or we try to work with our students to develop this desire to turn a knowledge into an application and into a product. We have lots of our students who develop ideas in their first years and start working to those ideas and startup ventures in their second or third year, and then continue to work on them after they graduate. So the Entrepreneurship Center, it structures to support these sorts of initiatives and support students as in this journey while they're in school and after they're in school.
Okay.
There's loads of other pitches and competitions to where students can present their points of their interests and then be able to get support to turn them into actually ventures.
And talking about support and all, it'll be interesting to find out also how, you know, the public, private sectors and government can better collaborate with institutions like Ashesi in that kind of work.
So thank you for that question, and I hope that this brings about to ideas to other companies out there to come and reach out and help us shape this new generation that's coming out. We've been working with, for instance, Tolo Oil. They offer internships for our students. A lot of other companies offer internships for our students. We have companies that are coming in and do panel presentations or speaking to our students about opportunities they may have, or teach them professional skills that they would like to have. They give insights to people like me when we develop programs. What are the skills that you as a company would like to have our graduates possess so you can actually hire them? We are always welcoming ideas and project ideas that we could have students work on. So as a company, if you're struggling with something in your chain of work that you're doing, and you don't have the capacity, for instance, or the time or the personnel to do that research and solve that problem, come to us, give us that problem, let us put it into a classroom, let us put it into a final year project, let us do that work for you and come back to you with a solution that you might be able to actually implement easily in your companies.
I like that. I like that, they can come to you and you would give them the solutions. Then they can implement that. That's a good bit. But let me just hear from, Sharifa, because it's important to also know the student experience. And Sharifa, I know as an engineering student, You're learning in an environment that combines technical training with leadership, entrepreneurship, and real-world problem solving. So you tell me how that is, shaped the way you think about engineering and the impact you hope to make in Ghana and beyond.
Oh, thank you for the question. First of all, engineering, most people already know this, has a lot of math in it, but when you're working in engineering, you need to actually know what the numbers, what do the numbers mean? If you get recently in my mobility energy systems class, you would have some graphs, some of them are negative. What does it actually mean? Does it mean that I am generating energy out of nowhere? Those are some of the skills that we learn so that we are not just working on math theoretically. We know what things mean when we work on them. And what kind of problems do I want to solve? I'm very interested in translating research solutions to ground implementation in the ground, on the grounds, especially in resource deficient areas. For example, my research, which I'm doing thanks to the McNulty Foundation with Professor Rosca, is on trying to find a solution to that's a big issue, post-harvest loss of tomatoes, because tomatoes is something that is grown throughout Ghana, especially in the north. I come from the north. I come from an agricultural home. And you would see that there's a lot of tomatoes during the harvest season, but then within a few months, it's gone. Tomatoes get expensive. So if we could find ways of preserving it or find ways of taking advantage of the different lean seasons across Ghana, you could transport them safely, reducing the losses, which means 1, you're benefiting the farmers, 2, you're making it easier for customers or consumers like myself. So that is definitely something I'm interested in. And not just agriculture, there's also the health sector. And as I mentioned, mechatronics is mechanical, electrical, and computer. So I have a lot of subtext on each of these. I can combine them to ensure that these advanced research papers that are getting published all the time can actually be translated into our scenario.
Great, I like that. And just now, I was having a conversation with the MC for Ghana South. He says he's waiting for the place to dry so they go clear a dumping site. If they come to Ashesi, you'll find solutions for them. But Dr. Rosca, how can listeners learn more about Ashesi's engineering programs and stay connected, with the university?
Great. So visiting our website, it's probably the best place to get more information about our programs. Maybe just briefly mentioning that currently at Ashesi in the engineering department, you can study electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, computer engineering, mechatronics engineering, both at master's and undergraduate for mechatronics. And also very recently, we started our biological engineering program. Coming and talking with faculty, looking on the website and identifying people in the engineering department that fit your sector or your problem and reaching out to them. It's another way, but definitely on our website you can get all the information that you need, from admission to how to contact particular faculty or heads of departments.
Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Elena Rosca, Head of Engineering Department at Ashesi University. And thank you also, Sharifa Yakubu, student Masters in Mechatronic Engineering class of 2027. We're glad you made time to join us this morning.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Great. Stay with us here on the Super Morning Show. When we return, we're going to have a very important conversation about our country's development. But this time, we're looking at it from you, because the more taxes you pay, the more development we have. We'll be right back.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Everybody they sell, but your shop they empty.
Where's my report?
Bro, month no end here too. But see, your pocket stop they take. Another emergency for the house?
Shit, come get ideas. Ideas go kill them.
Another idea, another mark time. No capital to start. For some people, this silence no be peace.
it be money matter. With bills, there's no need for silence. From my emergency
I
loan.
beg your pardon. Member of the Electoral Commission or deputy chairperson. And in that regard, processes are underway. Indeed, the Council of State has already been given a nominee, which they are considering. And once that process is completed, an announcement will be made in terms of the replacement for Mr. Tete. And then in due course, a replacement will be found for Dr. Bosman Asari. So I can confirm the resignation of these two people.
Hello fam, this is Lexus Bill and I'd like to tell you about our special Father's Day celebration. Yes, it's the Joy Safari Escape. We're heading on down to Aqua Safari to celebrate all our wonderful fathers out there. You certainly need to join this trip. It's a very special weekend for the fathers and the whole family. We go out there, enjoy some good breakfast from Safari Homes, head on down to Aqua Safari. We're going to have an island party with live band music, DJs on rotation, and so much fun, especially for fathers and the whole family. You don't want to miss it for anything. So call the numbers down in this caption and book your slot, and let's see you at Aqua Safari 20th and 21st of June. Happy Father's Day.
Now, the first item relates to the details of the Big Push projects. Now, the title of the fourth estate publication was The Sole Source Factory, which was a reference to the Ministry of Roads and Highways. This description immediately conveys the impression that the predominant mode of contracting at the Ministry of Roads and Highways was through single-sourced contracts. It was imperative, therefore, that this be investigated to ascertain its veracity. Now, after a careful assessment of all the facts backed by documentary evidence, the report established that 1,441 project contracts have been awarded by the Ministry of Roads and Highways under the current John Mahama administration with the following breakdown. The Ghana Highways Authority has awarded 405 road contracts. The Department of Feeder Roads has awarded 896. There are 23 legacy projects. In other words, these are projects that this government inherited, which have been reworked for various reasons. Then there's the consolidated projects, also known as Big Push projects, which are 63 in number that have been awarded. And then there's the main Big Push projects, which number 54. Out of a total of 1,441 projects, 1,301 were awarded through open or competitive tendering. So 1,301 out of 1,441 projects were awarded through open or competitive tendering, and these were publicly advertised, and they are verifiable.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, I am Lois Shola Adeyemi, and I have something special to tell you. Now, this Father's Day, we have put something together, carefully curated something for you that we believe will make you and your father have an amazing time. You know, fathers are the heroes, yes. So on the 20th through to the 21st, we are doing the Aqua Safari Escape, and you get to bring your father and celebrate him. Now, if you are coming alone or you're paying for just your father, then it's 4,000 Ghana cedis per. If you're coming with your father as well, you can pay 6,000 Ghana cedis. And for a family of 4, you pay a good 10,000 Ghana cedis, and you get to enjoy a lot. There are activities to be played and a lot of fun to be had. Also, you get to experience Aqua Safari for yourself. So yes, it's the Safari Escape, and you should join the Joy brand, and let's go and have some amazing time. It's going to be nice. Again, 20th through to the 21st of June. You should be there. Happy Father's Day in advance. We love you. Mwah, 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 mwah.
This morning, there are two issues that I want to raise, and they are all related to traffic at dawn and Ghanaians not getting cars to get to work. Jacqueline Ansumayobwa of the Joy News room writes, "Good morning from Accra, where getting to work is a competitive sport and the prize is simply arriving on time. I woke up at 3 a.m. to beat traffic and avoid a repeat of last week's accident. Well, it's 5:20 a.m. and Achimota is already serving premium gridlock. People are still struggling to get cars. Drivers are testing their patience and commuters are testing their faith. Welcome to Accra, where the journey to work sometimes feels like the actual work. And to everyone still heading to school, the office, or wherever the day takes you, I wish you safe travels, patience, and most importantly, transport. This is Jacqueline's post this morning. She woke up at 3 a.m. She lives in Taifa because she doesn't have a car and because we don't have any proper transport system. She goes through this. Reginald Sechi Brown also sent a message this morning that he counted over 1,000 commuters from Kaswa to SCC alone before 6 a.m. 1,000 people before 6 a.m. I thought I was the only crazy person who attempts to count people by the roadside at dawn. And he goes on to write that even though we have a 4-lane road, traffic is already at a standstill. Both sides of the road are congested with lanes being squeezed for maximum flow. It's a long piece he wrote. And he says, how can a 24-hour economy thrive when commuting for the masses is so uncertain? You know, Winston, I've been raising this issue of mass public transportation in this country. When we started talking about it, we were told the government is bringing buses from Egypt. In fact, we denied ourselves the opportunity of building our buses. We brought buses from Egypt. It's just a drop in the ocean. It's not doing much. What is the Ministry of Transport strategy to ensure we move people? And how is that tying into the big push that we are spending billions of Ghana cedis building? We are here building big push roads, and we even don't know whether we'll have express lanes for our buses, so that buses can move within 45 minutes from one side of Accra to the middle, to the CBD. And how do you build an economy when people have to wake up at 3 a.m. just to get to work that has to begin at 8? Mm-hmm. And the impact on even the healthcare system, on family systems, and productivity. So this morning, Drive Safe, I'm just highlighting these. People cannot be safe in their lives if they have to spend 4 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours to get to work. And sometimes queue for more than 1 hour in places that are muddy with no shelter and with no convenience. We need to do better for the Ghanaian.
Hi, hello everyone. I am Michelle Ejekum and I'm a broadcast journalist here at Multimedia Group. And this Father's Day, I'm inviting you to be a part of Joy FM's Safari Escape. Mother's Day, you celebrated your mother. Your girlfriend's birthday, you just celebrate her. It's time for you to celebrate your father. The man that has had sleepless nights trying to figure out what you would eat, what you would wear, what school you'd attend, what kind of job, even helping you position yourself in life. So do not miss out on celebrating your father this Father's Day. So join us at the Joy FM Safari Escape. It's 2 days of full fun. Talk of swimming, boat cruising, tennis, a whole lot of fun right there at Aqua Safari. You also get to sleep there for a night as well. So if you're booking for just your father, and that's for single, you're paying 4,000 Ghana cedis, very affordable. If you're coming with daddy as well, for both of you is 6,000 Ghana cedis. And if you're a family of 4, it's a cool 10,000 Ghana cedis. This is really affordable. I mean, it's not much to celebrate your father, so make sure that you come around and let's do celebrate our fathers this Father's Day. See you there.
It's evident that we are rather being government to clap around. And that is where select is
Live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And you know, before the break, I was telling you something. I told you that, look, we must have a conversation about our development. In fact, a conversation about you. Because you want development. But you know, development doesn't come just like that. If you want development, there's a role you must play. That role is to pay your tax. Because as we know in football, every goal counts. And in nation building, every cedi counts. Pay your taxes. It's as simple as that. And once you pay your taxes, you're in a better place. And so this morning, we've been joined by Dr. Dominic Knapp, who's Acting Deputy Commissioner, Strategy and Research Department and Head of VAT Administration of the Ghana Revenue Authority. He's joined us here on the Super Morning Show as part of a conversation about the mandate of, GRA, but also to ensure that at the end of it all of us would pay our taxes. Dr. Knapp, good morning and thank you very much.
Good morning, Winston. Long time?
A long time.
Yes.
The last time you were somewhere, now you are somewhere.
I'm not sure about that.
When I say, the last time you were here, You're a technical advisor.
It's you.
Now you are head of VAT administration.
It's you.
And, in charge of strategy and research department.
Exactly.
That's a huge portfolio.
Oh, thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But for those who don't know much about the Ghana Revenue Authority, tell us about the Ghana Revenue Authority and what it's set out to do.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. And also, also want to thank the management of Joy FM for the support you have been giving us over the years in terms of tax education. We are grateful.
Thank you.
And good
You're
morning
welcome.
to your cherished listeners. Yeah, so Ghana Revenue Authority is actually a statutory body established by an act of parliament to, as it were, administer taxes and also ensure that we enforce our tax laws and raise revenue. Additionally, to provide some tax policy information to the Minister of Finance and also provide statistical data on our revenue performance.
Okay.
So that's what we do.
Great. And talking about set up by law, help us understand the law that governs the operations of the Ghana Revenue Authority.
Yes, so before then, we had the revenue agencies actually operating in silos. We had a value-added tax service, we had the internal revenue service, we had the customs. So Ghana Revenue Authority was actually, came to actually, as it were, collapse all the others. So we now have Ghana Revenue Authority established by an act of parliament, that is Act 791 of 2009. Okay. So it is actually an amalgamation of all the XY revenue agencies.
And I remember those conversations at the time, because then in the past, IRS, Internal Revenue Services, IRS, then there was VAT, then SEPS, SEPS, Customs, Excise and Revenue Services. But why was that GRA Act introduced?
Yeah, so the operations of the revenue agencies actually didn't augur well in terms of revenue mobilization. If you like, there was that subtle competition instead of collaboration. So it was thought that if they came together as one, then there would be synergy. There will also be reduction or elimination of services which were duplicated, and also to provide efficiency. And I think so far so good. We are seeing the gains having brought all of them together.
Indeed, so far so good. So now that you've explained, because I remember when Professor Mills, won the elections, came into office, that was one of the things that he had said he was going to do. So it was done in 2009. Great.
Exactly.
But under that new act, the GRA Act, what are the core functions of GRA?
In fact, the core function of GRA is to, first of all, assess taxpayers to tax, and to collect, and to pay same into the consolidated fund. So accountability is very, very important. Every person that is collected must be accounted for. So that is what we perform, But before then, we need to identify the taxpayers. Is that okay? But those ones are always not mentioned. Anytime you talk about GRA, it is just collect and pay. But we first of all have to establish the taxpayer, establish the tax base, be able to assess them appropriately, collect, pay into the consolidated fund. I get it. That is what we perform. And then also provide statistical data on our revenue performance.
I like the tax base and all of that. You have to assess, you have to know your tax collectors. Okay, so let's do it this way. Which taxes does the GRA administer?
We administer basically two types of categories of taxes. We have the direct taxes and then the indirect taxes.
Okay.
When we talk about direct taxes, these are taxes that are levied on activity, on resource, and on income. So if you don't earn income, you don't pay that tax.
Okay, help me understand. You say the direct tax.
Yeah.
Levied on activities.
Yeah, exactly.
Service.
On resource.
And income.
No, I didn't mention service.
Okay.
On activity, on resource, and on income.
Okay. In effect, if you don't earn income,
you don't pay that tax.
You don't pay that tax.
We don't tax capital. We tax profits. So if you make profit, and here we are not talking about accounting profit. We are talking about profit established by tax laws.
Because you've introduced not talking about accounting profit, it's important for those who are listening to us who may not know that difference. Help us understand.
Yeah, so taxation is actually a creature of a statute. So there's a prescription on how income is derived. For example, when it comes to depreciation, if you buy a depreciable asset that you use in helping to earn your income, the accountant has what we call a judgment on how that asset is actually used over a period. But so that one has to do with judgment. So each entity would have its policy, would have its judgment on how that asset is used, is replaced, as it were. But when it comes to taxation, it is defined by law. Each category of asset has its number of years that it is actually utilized. So if it is so, you realize that the depreciation and then the capital allowance, as the taxman will call it, will not actually synchronize. Even though at the end of the day, yes, it will. But for a period, there wouldn't be any synchronization. Is that okay? Now, in that case, if you are determining accounting profit, the accountant will use the depreciation because that is what they have actually determined. But when it comes to taxation, we will disallow the depreciation and rather introduce capital allowance, which in most cases is always higher than the depreciation.
We're not going into that further.
And let me just also add another one. The accountant will always make provision for doubtful debts, debts that may potentially, be bad. But for the taxman, no, until it is bad, it is not allowed.
Yes,
so
sometimes you must make provision for uncertainties.
Yes, yes, you should.
Yes.
In accounting, but when it comes to taxation, we want to see anything that is verifiable. It should also be objective. Are you getting it?
So your impairment sometimes may not, really apply in the tax.
Yeah.
I get it. So that's interesting. Which means that, but there's also a situation, and I just want your thoughts on this, okay? Because we realized that recently the modified taxation scheme, they say, okay, so for those people who are not, properly accounting and all of that, if you look at your total turnover, small percentage is paid. That in that case, for instance, since we're talking about profits here, I know there are people who would probably ask and say, but I've not been able to identify my profits. Why am I paying this? What do you tell those people?
No, but before that, you asked the question. Let me just exhaust it. You asked the categories of taxes that we administer. I mentioned the direct tax. Let me just talk about the indirect tax as well. Otherwise, it will appear as if GRA only collects direct taxes. Then we also collect indirect taxes, or we administer indirect taxes. And that one is taxes on transactions and activity. This is where VAT on services, come in. We were talking about services earlier. And also customs, duties, both imports and exports. So these are the taxes that we administer. Now, to come to your question on modified taxation, the point actually is that there are some persons that are operating in the informal sector. Taxing them actually has become very Herculean. They are making income, but they have to be taxed anyway. So over the years, we have been trying to look at ways to actually get them to also contribute. Because as we said earlier, taxation is actually the lifeblood of every country. Is that okay? It's the oxygen the country actually lives on. So they have to contribute. Now, what we have come to realize is that we need to actually come up with a strategy to get them to pay, the tax. So the modified taxation basically are persons whose turnover, are you getting it, are so small that we still would want them to actually contribute. Is that okay? That is how we have come up with that strategy to ensure that we are able to get them to pay their taxes. Especially persons that cannot account for VAT because their threshold is actually below. We want them to fall under the modified taxation so they can also contribute to our socio-economic growth.
Okay. So this is for people normally within the informal sector.
Yeah, exactly.
And okay, I get it. There are some people also who like operating sole proprietorship. So when you ask this, so they don't file their accounts at the Office of the Registrar of Companies. So they try to deal with the system, but they also qualify under the modified taxation.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, it's for individuals, actually. The modified taxation is for individuals. But if you are a company, no, you don't come under the modified taxation.
Okay. But you've talked about, identifying your taxpayers. There's always that point that as for GRA, you always collect. How do you protect taxpayers? How does the Act protect the rights of taxpayers?
Yes, so we administer taxes, but we have to also ensure that the taxpayer is protected. How do we protect it? Confidentiality. Whatever information that you share with GRA remains confidential, unless maybe the court asks that we should provide that. Or for statistical reasons, the Ghana Statistical Service needs that information, or the Minister of Finance. Otherwise, it is confidential. Because we need to protect you to be able to do your business. So the law, yes, allows us to administer taxes, but we have to also ensure that we protect your business, we protect you, and whatever data that you have shared with us.
Okay. But what if I disagree with you? Okay, let's say you've done the assessment. You've said this is how much I must pay. You've come in there and you have the conversation with my accountant and you say, no. This is what it's supposed to be. And I say, I disagree. What are the avenues available to me?
Yeah, so the point is that the teeth and then the tongue have been quarreling, but they never get separated. So we don't expect that our taxpayers will not disagree with us. Yes, they should. But when they disagree, the law provides avenue for redress. The law says that in the first place, when you are served with a decision by the Commissioner General, you have within 30 days to actually object. That is, if you are not satisfied, you don't want it. So you have that avenue where you say that I disagree. But you have to do that in writing. And you have to provide clearly the basis for the disagreement. Why you are disagreeing with the Commissioner General. Once you state all those things, then the Commissioner General is bound to actually look at it. But there are two categories. We have taxes administered by customs and taxes administered by the Domestic Tax Revenue Division. When it comes to customs, the law says that before the Commissioner General will determine your objection, pay all the taxes. Pay all the taxes so that the Commissioner General would determine. If it has to be a refund, they will refund. The reason is because if you look at custom operations, they are done at the ports. We don't want congestion. Clear the place. Object. When you have a case, then you would have justice actually meted out to you.
How sure am I that after clearing I'll have justice?
Oh, no, oftentimes. I mean, you hear a lot of people talk good about GRA when it comes to refund, when it comes to reducing, their taxes based on objections that they have actually filed. Those things are out there. There is preponderance of evidence to show that indeed GRA is actually listening. Now, when it comes to direct taxes, the law says that there may be some tax types that you are exposed to. Those ones you don't have any problem with, pay those ones. And those ones that you have problems with, pay 30%. However, the Commission has the right to vary it, to suspend it, or to vary, to suspend, or to vary, suspend, or to waive.
To waive, yeah.
Yes. Commissioner has that right. Is that okay? But in doing so, he has to look at the need to raise revenue and also to ensure the integrity of the tax system. Is that okay? Yeah. That is the administrative, process.
You've talked about the need to raise revenue. Yeah. And for me, it's very, very important. How does GRA support national development?
Basically, so as I said, we raise revenue. So it means that is what.
So basically,
we raise revenue to support.
You raise revenue for us. So whenever we're talking about development,
GRA, yes,
GRA must raise that money that we need for development.
Otherwise, it will be very difficult because government must support education, government must support health, agri, and so on and so forth. Government does not do business, so the only way government can raise revenue is through taxes, and GRA comes in handy to ensure that it is able to raise adequate revenue. But in doing so, we do it fairly. It doesn't mean that we have to cheat the system to make money for government. No.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
So I get it. So if we're talking about the roads, we say we need to build more roads. If the roads would only be built if we pay our taxes.
Clearly. You see, oftentimes we hear, government takes loans to build roads. Government takes loan to provide yes. But how is it liquidated? How is the loan liquidated? How is it paid back? We do so through taxes.
Great.
So we all have a big hand.
We all have a role to play. Dr. Dominic Knapp, before we wrap it all up, I mean, what should the public take away from this whole conversation that we've had so far?
We just want the public to appreciate the fact that, yes, we mobilize revenue, but we do so fairly. We do so having in mind that we need to protect them. We do so also trying to listen to them and then to ensure that we provide them the best services that is needed. You realize that, now we do online filing, online payment, and so on and so forth. So we have done that because GRA is actually a listening entity, And we have listened, and we are also looking at global practices just to ensure that we are able to provide efficient services for our taxpayers.
Great. And let me just add that, look, in building of a nation, every city counts. Every city is very, very important. Okay? So we will play our role. You must play your role also. And you play your role by, first of all, paying your taxes. You know, these days I like accountability, but before you ask somebody to answer questions, you should also have done the right thing. So do the right thing and now begin to demand accountability. If you don't pay your taxes, then you're always asking how much was spent here, how much was spent there. Pay the taxes. Then you can beat your chest and say, okay, I've done my part. You should also do your part. Thank you very much, Dr. Dominic Knapp, who's
Thank you very much.
Deputy Commissioner, Strategy and Research Department and Head of VAT Administration, GRA. In football, you know every goal counts. In nation building, every city counts. Pay your taxes. GRA, know your taxes. Pay your taxes. Let's build Ghana together. When we return after these messages, we're talking about food. We're talking about how we can ensure our food security, how we can boost local production, and how we can ensure that we reduce imports. I know that import duties too are important, but how do we ensure that we reduce imports? Because when we reduce imports, it means we've stopped exporting jobs. We're joined by the National Coordinator of Feed Ghana program as part of our Agribusiness Month. We'll be right back.
That is where the bull is caught by it, and I explain to you why. Having 1,000 ministers, let me even use the realistic numbers. If the NDC government was to have 100 and how many MPs do you have in parliament? 187 or whatever members of parliament they have. If they should even make all of them ministers and they run on the principle that the Akoto government ran, it would be zero burden on the Ghanaian taxpayer. And I explain to you before I come to the other issue. And kind of want you to follow me. You know, Honorable Kandapa was defense minister for a very long time.
Yes.
And you know, Honorable Kandapa was not a member of parliament.
Yes.
I mean, he was national security minister, and he wasn't a member of parliament, right? You know, Honorable Esiama, the then transport minister, was not a member of parliament. Now, these ministers, who are cabinet ministers, but were not members of parliament, they are the ones who are drawing on salary under Office of Government Machinery under the Akoto government. Now, let me take somebody like Honorable Kojo and Honorable Dominic Nitu. Dominic was defense minister, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
But Dominic was member of parliament for the people of Bimbela. I can tell you for a fact and put it on record. Call Felix and let him give you contrary evidence. Dominic Nitu never received any salary throughout his entire tenure as minister from the Republic of Ghana, other than his salary as a member of parliament. Zero.
Hi guys. Joy FM is Father's Day. It's the Safari Escape, a time for fathers and children to just get together, catch up on old times, and just, unwind and just relax because it's been a long year. And guess what? It's 4,000 Ghana cedis for single, 6,000 Ghana cedis for double, and for a family of 4, it's 10,000 Ghana cedis. You definitely do not want to miss it.
This has become the daily routine of Safia Osman. Every day she sprays her home in a desperate attempt to keep away swarms of houseflies that have invaded her compound. This is because an illegal waste dump is situated just behind her house.
2 days 45 cedis.
Every 2 days, I buy an insecticide spray worth 45 cedis to spray my house because of the house flies. If I don't do this, it could possibly cause illness for my children.
For Safia, the waste dump located along the banks of the J River at American Farm, a suburb of Kasua Amanfrom, has turned life into a daily struggle.
At night and in the morning, my room is always filled with bad odor coming from the dumping site, making life very unbearable. Mosquitoes have also inundated our homes.
Just a few minutes' walk from Safia's home is the residence of Ajua Kone. Her room is gradually sinking as mountain
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Still live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM, and thank you very much for staying with us. Well, we promised you this morning we're going to be joined by the National Coordinator of the Feed Ghana program, because we want to understand how the program intends to help us achieve food security, boost local production, and most importantly, reduce food imports. I mean, food that we can produce in Ghana and yet we're importing. This morning, Honorable Bright Damoji is the National Coordinator of Feed Ghana and is joined us here on the Super Morning Show. Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning to your cherished listeners.
I believe you're doing very well.
Yes. We are working for Ghana.
You're working for Ghana?
Yes, please.
What have you been doing so far?
Yes, just putting up the basis together. In 2025 January, when the President of the Republic of Ghana took over the reins of this government, we have some statistics which indicates clearly that we need to do something immediately to tender out the issues, especially in the area of food security. In January 2025, the agriculture sector growth rate was about 2.8%. And food inflation in January 2025 was 28.3%. And globally, Ghana was among the top 10 countries that are food insecure in January 2025. So we need to do something to turn those statistics. So in April, we launched the program called the Feed Ghana program. The goal is to use agriculture to transform the economy, which is one of the major manifesto promise of the National Democratic Congress. So the vehicle to use to implement the key interventions that will transform the agriculture sector and thereby transforming the whole economy is what we call the Feed Ghana program. Specific interventions. So those are the ones we've been implementing.
And what are those specific interventions?
We are 1 year. We are 1 year now. And clearly, the statistics is clear.
What are those specific interventions you've been implementing?
Yes, we'll talk about them.
Tell me about them.
Before I move on to that, I just want to give you moving from the first statistics that I gave as a basis for introducing the Feed Ghana program. In April this year, the Ghana Statistical Service has done some research, and they have come out to say that in April, the food inflation was around 2.3%. from 28.3% to 2.3%. And statistics that indicate shows that Ghana, as we stand now, is one of the food secure countries all over the world.
Let me just say this, and this on
So
the
the statistics.
Yeah, but let me just say this.
Is telling.
Let me
I'll
just say
tell
this.
you the things we have done.
Hold on. Let me just say this.
Let me just conclude on
I'm going to ask you a question. Let me just say this on a lighter note.
Yes.
Because years ago I interviewed General Mosquito.
Yes.
Johnson Asiedu Nketia. And he said that there were 3 kinds of lies. I say this is just on a lighter note.
Yes.
He says normal lies, damn lies, and the worst one was statistics.
Yes.
You say, okay, food inflation has gone down. But you would also agree that if food inflation goes down, it does not necessarily mean, it does not also mean that once food inflation goes down, then it means that there's an increase in production. If food is getting rotting on the farm, the farmers can reduce the price just to let it go. When that happens, the cost at which you're buying it would be going down. But also, it's an indication of the fact that year on year, comparatively, the increase is not as it used to be. So if, for instance, from 2024 to 2025, the increase was at 28%, from 2025 to 2026, the increase is at 2%, which probably could mean normalization of production. So the point I want us to agree on is this. Now, let's look at the specific interventions you've put in place.
Okay. As a student of economics, maybe because of time, I don't want to debate you. So we'll leave that one. But I want to say that production figures, productivity figures affect food prices.
I haven't said they do not.
Yes. No, let's leave it at that level. Because
I have said that. I've said that. I mean,
we believe the main debate.
I have said that. You see, when you put out those figures, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's been a massive change in production. It could also be that today, because of growing imports at a rate that is also not so high. So let's look at what you have been doing, because your mandate is to boost local production. Let's get into it. What interventions have you put in place so far?
Yes. Under the Feed Ghana program, we have put up a comprehensive program called the Feed Ghana Initiatives. And under the Feed Ghana Initiative, we have 9 sub-programs. The first one is called the Crop Development Program. And under the Crop Development Program, we're looking at how we can boost cereal production, specifically maize, rice, and soya beans. Those are the key crops we selected. So under the Feed Ghana program, we are not doing all the crops, even though Ministry of Agric works on all crops. But the Feed Ghana program specifically look at those specific value chain crops.
And what are we doing?
The first one is to look at productivity measures. When we are talking about productivity measures, we look at what can we do that on the same acre of land we can increase the yield. So we look at crop nutrition issues. How do you support the farmers so that their applications of crop nutrition, especially in the area of fertilizers, both organic and inorganic applications of fertilizers, can be best suited. But quickly, agriculture is science. So we said no. We have a problem of soil management in this country. So we quickly went to Kumasi to work on our lab, which is to test the soil. So our focus, the direction we want to go in the medium to long term, is to be able to produce specific crop nutrition products to make specific soil zones across the country. So we renovated and put in a new equipment, and we tasked them to look at all the areas and see what are the nutrition deficiencies in our soils across the country.
So soil
So that-
research has a new lab?
Yes, yes.
Which you renovated under Feed Ghana?
Yes, please.
Okay. How long ago was this?
Oh, it was just last year.
Just last year?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now they are supposed to go around the country and test the soil?
Yes, yes, yes. And then based on those results, fertilizers will be tailored towards those so that we will not do a blanket application of fertilizers.
But
because
beyond-
we are losing nutrients, we
Mhm.
are losing cost, especially revenue, or some of the costs that our farmers incurred are necessary cost, because if you don't need so much potassium, because they say 23, 10, 5, magnesium, sulfur, and zinc, and maybe you have a lot of zinc in your soil, you have a lot of magnesium in your soil, you don't need so much high 23%, because everybody is applying it, you also have to buy. But in calculation of crop nutrition deficiencies are calculated based on cost.
Yeah.
That's why in fertilizer formulations, the higher a certain component of the nutrient, the higher the cost of the fertilizer. So people are buying certain nutrient that they don't need, and they have to pay for it.
Yeah.
So for science to help us reduce the cost of production, we must be able to do tailored fertilizers to certain economic or agriculture zones.
Yeah.
So that's the focus now.
Wow. So you've renovated the lab for soil research.
Yes, yes.
And we all know that to be able to test soils across the country, they need to take hundreds of thousands of samples. Beyond the lab, have you given them any funding to make this operation possible?
Yes, this particular project is being sponsored by FAO. So we are in collaboration with the food and agriculture organizations. Yes, and we are working with.
And they've released funding to soil research to actually get the job done?
No, I can't be specific on how much it's being released, but I know it's one of the projects that we are working on.
I'm asking this because last week we had an interaction with all the CSIR agencies, and what has become obvious is that beyond they getting their salaries paid and some goods and services, the actual funding they need for the work they have to do is not available. And they all said on this show that they don't have the money to do the work they must do. That's why I'm asking specifically, if we've renovated the lab, for example, how much funding have we disbursed to them to actually go around the country and pick the fertilizer samples so we can tailor-made our fertilizers for our farmers?
Yes, as I said, you see, maybe if we want to go into those discussions, we may not be able to delve much into the activities of the. Otherwise, we can go into that, because I always have debate with the science biased institutions in this country that yes, but they may not have enough funding as they may, because one, there's an institutional arrangement problem.
Okay.
Which you cannot blame MOFA for, because they are not under MOFA. Those institutions are under environment, science, and
technology.
So there's an institutional arrangement problem already, because those institutions that need their services, especially we need SARI services, we need soil research services, but they don't fall under us.
Yeah.
So we don't budget for them.
But
do you understand the point?
I understand.
So there is a huge debate
but if
that
I
we
may,
want to do, how we can collaborate with scientific institutions and those who use the outcome of their research.
Yeah, but if I may,
But I also have
we
another
have the whole of government approach in dealing with national problems. For example, if you talk about flooding, it is a Ministry of Rules matter. It is a Ministry of Local Governments matter. It's equally a Ministry of Environment matter. Ministry of Works and Housing matter. So when cabinet meets to plan national policies, somebody should be able to plot out all the various institutions that may be required to execute it, and then we allocate resources accordingly. And so are we saying we designed Feed Ghana, for example, knowing we needed the science institutions and the Ministry of Environment to assist, and we didn't properly put the interagency coordination mechanism in place to get this done?
The answer is no. The answer is no. I said no because there is always interministerial coordinations with any program that you plan. But it's all along, the issue is about effective implementation of the coordination.
That's why we have a feed Ghana coordinator, which is
No,
you.
no, I'm not saying that we are not coordinating very well. I'm saying that you are talking about general.
Mhm.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Yes. If not because of that, how do we move from Ministry of Agri and have a lot of discussions with soil research, and we are working with WACI, we are working with Soil Center for Scientific and Industrial Research to work on our seeds for us. You
That
understand
should
me?
be crop research.
Crop research. We are working with crop research
Mm.
to come up with a new variety of seeds, especially on tomato,
Yeah.
that can do in off seasons.
Yeah.
So clearly we are working together. But we are talking about maybe the whole country. What have been lacking in terms of, like, you are referring to the flood issue. That's why I said that sometimes it is the effectiveness of the coordination.
I asked that question, Honorable,
Yes.
because to set the tone for the Agribusiness Month, we also wanted to understand what research is doing. And we've spoken to crop research, oil palm, soil research. Which one again? Food research.
Food research. Yeah.
Yes. And all of them, for crop research, for example, the new varieties of rice they've worked on and the varietal improvements they've worked on have primarily been funded by foreign entities. The team at Bonsu, the plant genetics, they were here. They said they need about $500,000 to be able to store our genetic material and do more work, and they don't get the money. And that their structures are actually were built in the 1960s, and if not even budgeted to improve infrastructure. So they've all said that they need funding to work. That's why I'm asking, if we know that Feed Ghana needs improved variety, we should know that this is the quantity of improved variety we need based on our food security challenges, and this is how much we've budgeted for it, and this is how much we've disbursed. So Ghanaians know that we are walking the talk. That's why I'm specifically asking, because they said they've not received funding. You get my point?
Yes.
Not to say, but what they said is what I'm putting to you, basically.
Yes, as I said, those areas that are of paramount importance to us, and every project is planned based on short, medium, and long term.
And this is a 4-year project,
And
almost gone into 2 years for Feed Ghana.
Yes, we launched the program in April, so we are a year and about 3 months, and we've chalked a lot of tremendous success, especially with the target we set for ourselves.
Okay.
So you see, to keep the issues right on track, yes, we have targeted specific things we want to do in the short term, and the key one is to manage crop nutrition, and that's what we are working on, and we've put all of them on board. We've given them the resources that they need to be able to do what we need immediately for us. That's on that level.
So crop development. You said you have 9 things.
Yes. So that's crop development. So then under the crop development, we are also looking at the developing of new varieties. I talk about soil management, and then so the next level is development of varieties. That's how we are working with Crop Research Institute, WACI, to be able to give us varieties where we are having difficulties, especially in the area of tomato production in this country. So we are collaborating with them to get us varieties. Apart from that, we've also done some level of research to find out certain, with GMET, to look at certain areas where we have low night temperatures in the dry season.
When you say GMET, you mean Ghana Meteorological Agency?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you see, tomato as a crop in itself, fruit in the night at low temperatures. So you can have day-night temperature to don't affect tomatoes. So if you want to have fruiting for tomatoes, you need to watch climatic conditions, especially in the night. And there are specific locations in this country, even the dry seasons, where you can get those low night temperatures. And we'll be able to locate about 20 locations that we are sure that this year we'll do a lot of massive productions in those areas to curtail the issue of tomato importations from Burkina and the other countries that will affect the increase in price of tomatoes in the off-season. So that's our major target. Our major target is to ensure that those vegetables, so we call it the vegetable development project. Apart from that, we are doing something we call the solar panel borehole irrigation project, and we have it in specific locations across the country, so that, because really, if you look at our level of irrigation infrastructure, if we want to develop it and expand it within the shortest possible time, we will not be able to reach the level. So quickly we developed a program called Irrigation for Wealth Creation because of the vegetable development program.
How many hectares have we irrigated with that project? Because I know you've given us some boreholes already.
We've done almost about 250.
250 hectares.
250, yes. Boreholes, and each borehole can be able to do about 1 hectare.
So you've enabled irrigation on 250 hectares.
Apart from that, we have renovated. We have renovated the Dowenya irrigation project for our rice production, rice seed production, because seed is a problem for us. Even in rice production, we need to ensure that we have sufficient seed. So we're collaborating with Copia to increase our production. We've done about 100 hectares. Now a new site to produce the rice seeds in Dowenya. We've moved in to do renovation of Aveime rice project. We are doing a lot of renovation in Aveime. We've moved also to this particular place. At Ashama, we've almost finished because we want to do a lot of onion production in Ashama. So if we move to Ashama now, Ashama irrigation project is seriously under renovation and rehabilitation, just to ensure that we reduce the importation of onion. You know, Ashama is known for the production of onion. Then we move to the north. We're doing a lot of irrigation, rehabilitation of irrigation infrastructure, and also to develop the borehole system. Apart from that, there are specific low valleys and land developments we are doing. We're doing land development in the sense that, you see, in this country, a lot of people want to go into agriculture, but the cost of land development is so huge. So we identify certain government lands that they are not using. So we move into those areas, remove the stamps, develop and lay the land bare for the communities to take advantage of.
Honorable, the things you are saying, you mentioned tomato, for example.
Yes.
To be able to meet our tomato requirement, we need to plant about 56,000 hectares of tomatoes, right? Of irrigated fields of tomatoes. 56,000 hectares approximately.
On which yield?
What
yield are you talking about? Because the comprehensive yield, if you are able to do a well comprehensive crop nutrition program, the level what we are getting now in Ghana is a peanut. Because farmers are getting from 9 metric tons per hectare to 10 metric tons per hectare. And we can get even over 40 metric tons per hectare.
Okay, so
if you look at the nutritional program, and the program we are collaborating with FarmMate, AgroKing, and some other companies in the north, the focus is to increase productivity.
Okay.
So yes, the size of the production volume or the production size is important, but our focus is to increase productivity.
Yes, and on productivity, so there are 3 factors.
Yes.
The area we are cropping,
yes,
which if we are able to increase our productivity from say 9 tons per hectare,
if you are able to do times
say
2,
15 tons.
Yes,
that's what I base my calculation on. Then we need to do about 56,000 tons. We need a lot of fertilizer. We need irrigation. Farmers are complaining they don't have fertilizer. The irrigation extension you are mentioning to so far, 250 boreholes means about 250 hectares. It pales in comparison to what we are doing. Is Feed Ghana not moving too slow?
No, you've got it wrong. You see, the off-season production is different from on-season production. If you talk about, if you zero in now on tomato to be specific, I can tell you the tomato we produce in this country is more than what we consume.
So what
The
happens?
difficulty is post-harvest management
Mm.
and packaging. You understand me? Or that key is the word is post-harvest management. That is key. So we, as I said, we are collaborating with the private sector.
I'm interested in that. You say you can tell us that the tomatoes we produce
Yes.
is more than what we consume.
Yes.
Let's stay there. Let's look at the figures. How much do we produce? How much do we, and how many do we produce? How many do we consume?
You see, the average consumption of tomatoes in this country, if you look at the statistics, the current statistics is around 530,000 metric tons. It's within that figure. Some estimate it to be around 800 because you see, it's difficult to actually correct actual agricultural statistics in this country.
Let's use
but
yours.
the
Let's use yours,
bottom line I'm
500,000.
saying is that the 500 that I'm talking about. If you look at the production of even my area alone, I'm talking about the Anglon, Gan Anyawi, down to Keta to Aplau, during the major season of tomato cultivation, and look at just the average yield, and you calculate the land size, we are not getting the statistics right.
Yeah.
We are not getting.
Okay,
So in terms of the major season, in terms of the volume of tomato we produce in this country, if one, we are able to do a post-harvest management well, and we transform the raw tomatoes into processed tomato, either in the form of puri and other sources, we'll be able to feed this country.
Before we do that, you
Yes.
tell me. So you've said there's a consumption 530,000 metric
Yes.
tons. Let's use that.
Yes.
What do we produce?
Currently, statistics indicate that we have a gap.
But Honorable, you said that you think we produce more than we need.
And that's why I bring it to the statistics. So
yes.
You say you would say that even though the data says it's 800,000,
Yes.
you believe it's 530.
Yes.
I'm using your 530. I say, what do we produce?
Currently, the statistics is between 60 to 70%. 70%. And don't also forget that the post-harvest loss alone.
But these same statistics say that the post-harvest losses account for 20 to 40%.
Yes.
So the statistics, first of all, will tell you that we produce about 400,000 metric tons. And of that figure, between 20 to 40% is lost to post-harvest losses.
Yes.
So
that's what I'm saying, that just management of the post-harvest loss alone will help us even take care of all the in terms of the variations. That's one. Secondly, the yield, like what's the name? Kojo was saying, if we can double the yield of tomato production in this country without necessarily expanding the size of our farms. If we do just by ensuring that we have the right variety and we do the right crop nutrition, we don't need to expand the size of our farms in this country to produce enough tomato. That's our focus was on variety and two, soil and nutrition management. And we are doing that. As I said, we've contracted working to do a new variety for us. The new breed we are doing right now is purely on varieties that can withstand weather conditions, that we can ensure that we have a higher yield. Currently, we have engaged a private sector companies that will do about 40 locations. Currently, as I'm speaking, we've taken about 40 locations. We have organized farmers in various groups. We are doing it in Anglon, we are doing it in Asunafo, we are doing it in Navrongo, about 40 locations. In the Volta region, we are doing it in Woje, about 40 locations.
And you can confidently say that after this 40 locations
I'll
and the
come
private
here after,
sector, we are going to be tomato sufficient.
Yes, that one I can assure you.
And that prices will be stable.
No, that's the one thing I want to do. That's one thing I want to do as a coordinator, to show to Ghanaians that if we put our heads on something, we can do it. Because it's simple, it's not difficult. Look, when I was very young, everybody knows Navrongo tomatoes. So where is Navrongo tomatoes now?
Tell me, where is it?
Yes, it's because of post-harvest management. That's why we have those problems. So we are putting up pack houses. quickly we have started 20 pack houses.
To pack the tomatoes?
Yes.
Will packing the tomatoes preserve the tomatoes?
Yes.
How?
Pack house is the first point of ensuring that you manage post-harvest loss. It's the first point. Then the second point is processing. Because if you don't even pack well, the rotting will start from the farm. But if you have a pack house, most of the rotting that happens at the farm gate will be transferred into what? The pack house. Then there's a processing facility. Then you move into a processing facility. Then you process. So we are not only talking about just a pack house. We are ensuring that after you pack very well, then you move into processing. So very, very critical. I'm saying that if we have a solution that we can deal with this tomato issue without any thinking. Because look, as I said earlier on, when I was very young, in the dry season, any tomato you consume, they will tell you it's coming from Navrongo. So we are reviving ICO to ensure that we have about 500 hectares of land in ICO. So if you even do ICO alone in the dry season, you can produce a lot of tomatoes in the dry season, and that's the focus. Currently, the ICO boss is in my office.
Which is Tono Irrigation Scheme?
Yes, via.
ICO is via?
Yes.
Okay.
See, so we want to ensure that that particular zone, because it's the zone, the climatic conditions is as equal to the Burkina. The only problem was, the reason why most of the farmers, you know the problem, I don't want to mention it, the only problem was that, one, the issues of marketing, that was a huge problem. That's why most of the tomato farmers in those areas don't want to go into it again. And the issues, because of, they've got some loan, during those days they got a loan, and because of the glut, some of them have to run away from their community and all that. So we're giving them assurance, we've given them a market accessibility, that the moment the full value chain is there, we're giving you seeds, we're giving you fertilizers, produce, there's a market available. When you produce, we buy.
You've given the seed and the fertilizers, or you want to give?
No, I'm saying, no, every farmer, no, listen to me, every farmer we are engaging.
Okay.
We are giving you tomato seeds, we are giving you fertilizers. And there is a facility, a loan facility attached to it for farm management. So it's a comprehensive, for tomato, I can give you all the assurance.
Honorable Demoji, so in all the things you're doing, you say you will come back. When should we expect you back?
Tomorrow.
We have to continue the conversation. Unfortunately, our time is up.
Yes.
So do we
this
continue?
One I only talk about crop development.
So let's do that tomorrow. Let's continue
But
tomorrow.
we want you to come back. Come back, let's talk. Because you also said you are doing 100,000 acres, or is it hectares of large-scale irrigated herbs and all. We've not spoken about it. So come tomorrow, let's continue.
Come tomorrow, let's continue.
No problem.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Bright Demoji, National
Even
Coordinator.
myself, we have a program this morning. We are supporting about, we are giving out 40,000 bags of fertilizers to peasant farmers and some drones this morning. So I have to be there.
Okay, you go there. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll talk about all of these. We'll be right back after these.
Sasso, sasso, se come tonton preko. Sasso, sasso, se come tonton preko. Edrana drama in your session. Yeah, how can see our malaria? Minya me corn and miss a so spray. Every mosquito study run away. Come on, tonton preko. Sasso, sasso, mi se come tonton preko. Come on, tonton preko. Sasso, come tonton preko. Na ni sham ne die e demonstranko.
This advert is FDA approved.
Did you know that Ghana currently spends more than 8 billion Ghana cedis annually importing food that can be produced locally? That is why this June, Joy Business and the Super Morning Show, in partnership with the Federation of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters, FAGE, bring you the Joy Agribusiness Month 2026 under the theme, From Soil to Sovereignty, Building Ghana's Agricultural Self-Reliance Through Innovation. Join us on the Joy Super Morning Show, Joy News, and across Joy business platforms for a month-long national conversation on Ghana's food security and agribusiness future. Week 1 focuses on government policy, trade and financing for food sovereignty. Week 2 explores research, innovation, mechanization. Week 3 examines infrastructure, value addition, youth participation, and agricultural financing, while Week 4 highlights opportunities across key horticulture value chains. The final week looks at consumer power and Ghana's roadmap to food sovereignty by 2030. Stay tuned to Joy FM and Joy News.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Still live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. But if you want to upgrade your workspace or restock your essentials, Kingdom Books has something special just for you. Okay, come through and enjoy unbeatable deals on all your stationery needs, from notebooks to printers to school and office supplies. Whether you're a student, teacher, or business owner, they've got you covered. They have big discounts up to 70%. Bring your family, tell a friend, and don't miss out on these amazing offers at Kingdom Books Yard Sales venue. That's the Kingdom Books office at Osu, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Kingdom Books Yard Sales. Shop smart, save big. For inquiries, call them on 0501401 or 0244 311 955.
Kofi, something, sometimes, the big moments, they start with small things. A call to a loved one, a Momo transaction to support family, abandon to grow your business. But what if they could lead to something bigger than you ever imagined? Now, the MTN at 30 promo is here. Every call, every test, every browse, every Momo transaction, every connection to home fiber and every activity on the My MTN app earns you points towards amazing rewards. It includes 9 brand new Toyota Land Cruiser Prados, over 10 million Ghana cedis in cash prizes, and unforgettable experiences just for you. And it's because every move counts. So dial *530# or use My MTN app to participate now. And let's stay connected everywhere you go. MTN at 30 promo, make every move count. Terms and conditions apply.
So, are you ready for the biggest football festival? Well, I am, because the Electroland Ghana Soccer promotion is officially on, with massive discounts, amazing freebies, and big winning opportunities. This World Cup season, bring the stadium right into your living room with stunning smart TVs from Samsung, TCL, and NASCO, starting from just 699 Ghana cedis. Feel every goal, every save, every celebration in crystal clear picture quality that, like your life at the stadium. And that's not all. Also upgrade your home with incredible deals on air conditioners, air coolers, refrigerators, chest freezers, washing machines, microwaves, air fryers, blenders, water dispensers, and all that from trusted brands like Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO. If you're planning watch parties with family and friends, this is the perfect time to shop and save big with Electroland Ghana. Plus, every purchase gives you the chance to enter the exciting Achedia Kese raffle for even bigger rewards. Visit all Electroland Ghana Limited showrooms nationwide and authorized dealer shops across Ghana today. Call 0503 159 739 or 0502 989 894. Visit electrolandgh.com. Electroland Ghana, bringing the stadium home.
And planning for the future begins with decisions you make today. Save and invest early with EDC to build wealth and retire comfortably. One clear sign of financial growth is when your money starts working for you through steady returns and long-term wealth creation. And with EDC, you get professional fund management, flexible investment options, the potential for higher returns than ordinary savings, and financial security for retirement and future goals. Your financial independence is possible with EDC. Sign up today. And for enquiries, you call 0302 610 400 or WhatsApp 0509 268 414.
And if you need fuel, make the smart stop at Star Oil, Ghana's largest oil marketing company, because with over 240 stations nationwide, Star Oil gives you high quality fuel, great service, and real value for money. And this is why many Ghanaians are switching to Star Oil. And with a Star card, you can enjoy safe, cashless fueling and easier expense tracking. Wherever you go, choose Star Oil for your quality and affordable fuel.
And the football fever is here. Melcom is kicking off the biggest shopping event of the season from now to the 19th of July 2026. Every purchase of 800 Ghana cedis or more gives you the chance to score big every week. Win amazing prizes including 3 cars, 5 giant 98-inch televisions, 4 Samsung Galaxy Fold 7 smartphones, 4 Akai SBS refrigerators, 10 LG soundbars, plus 40,000 Ghana cedis worth of Melcom gift vouchers. Shop, score, and win. Whether you are buying groceries, electronics, appliances, furniture, fashion, or household essentials, every qualifying purchase brings you closer to victory. Visit any Melcom store nationwide today and spend 800 or more and enter the draw, because at Melcom, every deal is a goal. Melcom, where Ghana shops.
In partnership with the National Theatre and Joy FM, Roverman Productions presents an Ebo White original play, Love and Handcuffs. So, Dave receives a mysterious visitor whose shocking request turns his quiet life upside down. Suddenly, the police are involved, danger flies around the house, and his wife Mabel won't stop interrogating him. To make matters worse, the thief falls in love, and Dave has the final say. Love and Handcuffs is a hilarious roller coaster of chaos, romance, and non-stop surprises. Love and Handcuffs shows on the 26th, 27th, and 28th of June, then on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of July at the National Theatre. Rate is 300 cedis per show for individuals and 500 per show for couples and 225 for holders of the Roverman loyalty cards. Tickets are available via the Rover app. Cover short code *365 *535 hash. Wakana office on the Boundary Road and in American House and Opebia House, and Roverman's usual outlets at Joy FM Front Desk, Shell Shops at Airport, Tema Community 11, and Danceman and other batch in our Total Shop. For inquiries and large orders, call 0505 546 010. WhatsApp 0505 546 030. Sponsors Wakana, Apotica, and Koba. Communications partners M Notify and Logistics Movers. Roverman Productions, be the difference.
And Compute Ghana is also bringing you the Go Rush. The Go Rush season is here. It's time to buy your crystal clear TV, soundbars, home theaters, smartphones, laptops, projectors, and more at unbeatable prices. And remember, this is not just a discount sale. It's a chance to win a 100-inch 4K smart TV, cash, laptops, phones, and many other amazing prizes when you spend 1,000 Ghana cedis or more. Rush to any Compute Ghana showroom or shop online at computeghana.com. You can also call them on 030-275-2020 or WhatsApp 024-314-3143. Compute Ghana Go Rush season, the ultimate football experience.
Now, going green is not just about saving the planet. It can save you real money. Install solar panels and cut your, power cost. Cut down your power cost. Get an electric vehicle and reduce what you spend getting around. Switch to energy efficient equipment and lower the cost of running your home or office or business. And the best part, Absa Bank can help you finance all of it. The Absa Green Finance Loan gives you what you need to make it happen. Walk into any Absa branch, ask about the Green Finance Loan today, and say yes to a greener tomorrow. Terms and conditions apply. Your story matters. Absa.
And for 150 years, Infansipim has stood as a beacon of excellence, discipline, leadership, and service. Since 1876, the school has nurtured generations of men who have gone on to shape Ghana and the world. As we celebrate this historic 150th anniversary, we invite you to be part of this milestone moment. Your support will help strengthen infrastructure, enhance student development, and preserve the proud legacy of this great institution for future generations. You can contribute easily and securely by dialing *920 *1876 hash. Let us come together to honor the past, empower the present, and build the future. In Fansipim at 150, Jane Shekan.
Great, still live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM.
Coffee in your cup. Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM.
On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Dance floor pro, I know, you know, I go psycho when my new joint hit. Just can't sit, gotta get jiggy with it. Ooh, that's it, now honey, honey, come ride. DKNY, all up in my eye. You got a Prada bag with a lot of stuff in it. Give it to your friend, let's spin. Everybody looking at me, glancing a kid. Wishing they was dancing a jig here with this handsome kid. Sick a cigar right from Cuba Cuba. I just bite it, it's for the look, I don't light it. Ill way to ammo on the hand, stay on play. Give it up, jiggy, make it feel like foreplay. Yo, my cardio is infinite. Big Willie style's all in it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it.
Loads of your messages, Kojo. What are listeners saying?
Ajingo the man says that, good morning, Joy SMS. It's been a great discussion. I like local rice, but the stones are my problem. Are we going to produce in terms of rice to cut down at least 50% of our imports? This is Ajingo the man. Ajingo, currently, I'm not sure there is any local rice brand with stones in it, to the best of my knowledge, because a lot of work has been done by the Ghana Rice Interprofessional Body in ensuring we do proper milling. So please go out and eat your local rice. And the prices now range between 70, 80, 90, 100, 120 for different grades of local rice. And they are more nutritious because they were harvested this year and milled this year. So please eat your local rice. Forget stones. There are no stones in any local rice brand that I know of, and I know quite a lot. This message says, good morning, Joy SMS, Winston and Kojo. The discussion on Feed Ghana is an interesting eye-opener. Scientific institutions and ministries need funding to provide technical services and solutions to the public. But we can't continue to treat this as business as usual. If farmers produce and don't have the market for their produce, while research and scientific institutions don't get the required funding to come up with the technological solutions that help reduce cost of production and processing, then we intentionally create more room for food imports. This defeats our food security objectives as a country. I always ask, 1, why is the agribusiness unit placed under the Ministry of Trade and Industry? 2, where lies the link between agriculture and Amoah and agribusiness? And 3, why don't we establish an agribusiness authority like the EPA and FDA with a mandate to spearhead the promotion of agriculture and agribusiness? Without a coordinated approach, we shall continue to have these conversations and discussions year after year, and importers and our import volumes will go up, creating opportunities in the exporting countries. This is from Prosper in Abri. Now, this message here says, Winston and Kojo, the filth report. I see the waste problem as a huge opportunity for the country. With the right management skills, it should be a walk in the park. Waste separation at every source should be a mandatory activity. The collection must also be separate. The mindset of people towards waste must change. If we see it as a source of revenue and for value addition, our approach to it will change. This is Kweku from Adentan with that message. And this message says, I agree with the Asamoah thing. Romelu Lukaku forced an own goal yesterday. That's experience, and that's part of what you need sometimes. Bernard says that Asamoah should have gone to the World Cup to play, not to Shea Jama.
He will not go. He will not go. The guy is retired.
Now, this message from Akafia Michael says that, good morning, gentlemen. I'm happy your station is discussing waste management in Ghana. It is worrying that a company ready to undertake a BOT waste project with no financial burden on the government has completed feasibility studies worth over $1 million and is ready to create jobs, yet faces demands for $2 million before getting access to decision makers. It's true, this is a serious problem. Ghana needs transparency and support for investors who want to solve our waste problems. And happy birthday to Gladys of King Street Pharmacy, Teshi. And this is from the team. Now, this also is a happy birthday message to Reverend Benjamin K. Clotte. Now, this message says, Mr. Amoah, why are we still not segregating our waste? Because it is the first step in managing our waste. The inorganic goes into recycling and the organic goes into compost to fertilize our lands. We will even need more waste to feed the 2 lines I've talked about. Cry, our beloved country. In Ghana, we talk, we never act.
Indeed, cry, the beloved country. And that'll be all from us here on the Super Morning Show. My name is Winston Amoah.
And my name is Kojo Akoto Boateng. But Winston, before we go, there is a message from Chris in Sunyai, Sky FM. And he says that the situation with the waste is the same in the Sunyai municipality as well.